It is the Wednesday edition. The live from my house edition of Wilde and Tausch.
Oh, my God.
Good morning, Mr. Tauscher.
You know how some days, you think, and we've been doing this show for a long time, and you wonder, what am I doing in my life? And then today is one of those, this is what I'm doing in my life.
Yeah.
So I couldn't be happier to be here at your house. This is my first time to your house. So
You are one of my last ESPN Madison teammates
that right?
to make the trip over to the house. Yes,
Okay.
Almost everyone else has been here.
Well, as Mo keeps licking my legs and everything else, it's probably going to be the last time, but I'll tell you what, I'm excited to be here.
It's Wilde and Tausch. Bryan Bulaga is scheduled to appear a little bit later in the show, as well as Homer. No Jason Wilde today. He has prior commitments, which I will refrain from sharing what they are today. I'll let him reveal that tomorrow.
Sure.
So we'll let Jason share with everyone what he's up to tomorrow when he returns to the show. So he is gone today. He will not be joining his own show as a guest, which usually
he's actually going to take a day.
He's been known to do that from time to time, yes. But Bryan Bulaga and Homer still scheduled to appear throughout the course of the show today. Plenty to get into. Packers training camp, the final practice of training camp tomorrow with the Seattle Seahawks in Titletown. Keisean Nixon had some interesting things to say. It is Brewers George Webb's Burger giveaway day today. From 2 to 6 p.m.
Not a great day for the Brew Crew yesterday.
Could have been better. There's no doubt about that. But we begin with your trip to my home. Welcome, Tausch.
Yeah, so in the Everlight Solar Studio yesterday, and I didn't realize you kind of threw this at me. It's obviously a much shorter trip for me to come here. Mm-hmm. You, I think...
From your undisclosed location. Right.
For you, this was genius. Because we would have been in the Everlight Solar Studio. Mm-hmm. I think that would have been fine. It would have been easy for Hunter and everybody else. But you threw it at me at the end of the show and kind of put it on me. And everyone in our office thought this would be the funniest, best thing. So me being the teammate that I am, I said, you know what, let's do it. And here we go. Now I'm here. I brought you some dunkers.
Appreciate the
I believe
dunkers,
that was your top-ranked dunker, right?
Cream dunker is number one in
That's
my
what I
dunker
thought.
power rankings,
So
yes.
as a, unlike your buddy Fasano, who wasn't sure what he was going to bring, I would have went cherry and or blueberry.
Oh, blueberry would be
for
number
me,
2 in my
but
rankings,
this was, I wanted to be a good, gracious guest, and that's what we brought. So here we go. Your place is nice. You're in a really nice neighborhood. You have a nice bar. I have not done the full tour. I'm sure maybe we'll do a little Come on.
What did he
Now,
do?
this dog is going to annoy me the whole
he's
show.
a good boy.
He can be a good boy, and I can still not get chewed on for the whole show.
He's not
This is what I was
chewing
nervous about.
He wants to play with you.
No, that's fine. I don't
He's
want
a
to play with
play
him
dog.
right now. We can play during the breaks.
Why do you dislike dogs, Tausch?
Yeah.
I don't dislike dogs.
sure sounds-
I had some incidents as a kid. I've told you this. I got bit, so I've had a healthy fear of dogs.
He's like the cutest dog
He's nipping at my
possible.
feet. He's nipping at my calf. Now he's jumping up on my lap. So that's it. I don't mind dogs. Like, I enjoy watching other people enjoy dogs. I will walk it. I enjoy walking a dog. Mm-hmm. I just don't know about the full-on lifestyle of having a dog that I don't think is where I want to be. Now, I might get vetoed on that at some point. Mm-hmm. I've fended it off so far.
Well, you already fed him a portion of the end of
Yeah,
your,
he had
your
He had a
first
big
dunker,
clunk
so
of my dunker.
You made a good friend already.
Yeah, good boy.
And that's
He's
why
a good boy.
That's why Mo wants to play more with you. He said, "What else you got up there, big fella? I want to see."
That's all I got for you, big fella. That's all we got. So that's why we're here, and I can't wait for you to show. I'm a little bit disappointed because I know how big a fan Becca is of the show.
Yes.
And I believe she works from home occasionally. I'm a little bit bummed because we would have definitely had her on the show today had she been working from home.
I know we would have.
And she would have, I'm sure, given us a lot of really good stuff on you had she been here. But she is the wise one in your group.
For sure, yes.
She wisely got out of here.
Yeah, she did. She wanted no part of this. When I told her when I got home yesterday, she was
Did she ask why?
Yes, that was. So I texted her shortly after the show, and she was generally unavailable for most of the day. So I texted her after the show. She responded around 3:00 and just said, I told her, hey, Tausch might come over and do the show tomorrow. And she said, why?
That's
no punctuation, so it's like the irritated,
Sure.
kind of comes off. And I said, well, it kind of came up on the show spontaneously. We
It
both
did
thought
come up
it could
spontaneously.
be fun.
You brought it up. There was no spontaneity.
Yeah, I hadn't thought more. Like,
you
did I
must
think,
have.
what was I going to do with the dog for the entire 3 hours of the show? No, I didn't think he'd want to
You
play
want to
with
know what
the
I think happened
seahorse here while we're
You want to
gone.
know what I think happened?
What?
You wisely didn't want to go into work. You get to go to the fantasy draft in Milwaukee today.
ESPN Wisconsin fantasy draft at
You
Potawatomi Sportsbook
didn't
tonight.
want to have to get a dog sitter or whatever you do.
Don't
with
need
the
a dog sitter. He stays home all day now.
Is that safe?
Yes.
Okay. And you just didn't want to leave, and you used me as a pawn in this game. Is that fair?
No.
Hunter?
You.
Yeah, I was a pawn.
Knock that off.
I was a pawn
You
in
are
your
not
game.
a-
I was a pawn in
I
your
have-
game
It was
today.
all Jesse's plan all along.
Yeah.
We
You
should have
guys-
read right through this and made him come in. I can't believe that we missed
Well,
this.
Hunter, in fairness, that was my plan, but between our general manager and our team in the office yesterday, the excitement level that they had with you're going to go to Jesse's house to do the show, that swayed me into saying, all right, I'll bite the bullet.
This is completely on all of us here at ESPN Madison. We fell for Jesse's ploy, and I'm really disappointed in the collective at this office that we didn't see right through this plan.
Yeah, Jesse,
No.
well
We're better
done.
than
You
this.
guys give me
You
too much.
executed.
You guys give me too much credit to think I'm diabolical enough to scheme
You're
this
more
far ahead of
You're
time.
more diabolical.
I'm not that good to
Okay.
come up with a plan like this. So here's the thing. Like, Jason gets to do this all the time.
Yeah, he
hosting
does.
a show from his basement. During the COVID pandemic, it became a lot more regular for people in every industry to work from home. Becca never worked from home until COVID, and now she's regularly at home multiple times a week. Other people, it spans industries, it spans jobs. That the versatility of working remotely has become a big thing. Even in the heart of the pandemic,
live from Jesse Nelson's home. That's just such
on
a
YouTube. Thanks
Yes.
for everyone joining it. Just wait till you look at these YouTube comments; they're coming
I'm
in
sure
pretty
they're
strong
gonna be
already.
pretty beautiful.
So even during the heart of the pandemic, like I was going into the office every day, so I've never done this.
That is true. You
So
never
this is a
have,
new for many people. They're like, "What's the big deal? You're just at Jesse's house. He's just working at home for the day." But I never get to do that. So this is a fun,
Well, you're welcome.
new thing, and
You're
thank you
welcome.
for being part of it with me.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you're very welcome.
844-770-3776 is the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. Liss is more.
You got a lot of coffee pots in your house. So you got two down here.
Yeah,
You got
so
one.
this-
You got me a great cup of coffee.
Yep, this-
Got me a cup of mud upstairs. You have 3 coffee makers.
We do. We have
Why?
2 coffee pots and then one.
Do you have a French
individual
press? I could see you
cup.
being a French
We do not
press
have a
guy.
French press. Although the coffee maker upstairs, you can do like lattes and stuff with it. You are going to be.
Mo's going to annoy me today.
I mean, you can go home if you want. It's a short drive. I know where you live. It's not that
I
far.
won't be able to get. No, I won't be able to get home in time for the next segment.
Okay.
Well,
We're
we
locked
can do what we
in.
do with Jason, and we just do trivia while he's heading back home.
While you're heading
That's
back
fair.
to
Well,
practice,
we'll see if Mo keeps annoying me. We might have.
He's laying down.
Oh, good boy, Mo.
He's laying
oh,
down
good boy,
being
Mo.
a good boy. So we, when Beck and I lived separately, we each had our own coffee maker. Plus, she had the individual maker as well. So when
Sure.
we moved in, I didn't want to get rid of mine. I really liked mine.
Yeah.
So usually when I'm down
So
here,
it sits here empty on.
no,
top
in the
of your counter.
I thought about making coffee just for you down here.
that would've
in
been
that.
really nice.
And then I thought, oh, that's
Maybe we'll do that at the break.
then you're going to get distracted by it, but you got distracted by it anyway.
It's
so
true.
That is what it is. I picture Tausch in Jesse's house like Will Ferrell in Elf from Ian in East Troy.
Does that mean like really small house, big guy?
Yeah,
type
have you ever
deal?
seen Elf? Where
I have. I love Elf.
Will
It's a good
Ferrell
movie.
is a regular-sized human, and he goes to
The Elf House.
Elf House. Yeah,
No,
that's-
you have a normal size house.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you want to move around at all throughout the show? Like, what do you
Like
want to
during
do? 'Cause
breaks, yes. Why would we? So you want to put more work on yourself, moving Comrexes and
It's hardly
video
any
screens?
work, and the burden of what I would have to go through is nothing for the sake of our fans.
Sure.
and for you,
No, I
Tausch.
do think
You
I
know
think we
me.
should do some tours of the house during. We're always trying to figure out digi-only breaks in between commercials, so we'll do that. No, I think this is a nice perch. You got a nice, solid chair. I think for the scenario that we're in, this is, other than the dog, like, constantly licking at me, everything else has been I think about what I expected.
Okay. Well, that's good, I guess.
Speaking of that, I mean, at some point we're going to get to it.
We're going to get to
what did we
sports in
think
our show,
of? Is there any jitters about what we saw yesterday in Chicago? Do you have any jitters? You are the jittery Brewer fan.
No, getting beat in the doubleheader. That's what you're
getting swept.
Joey Ortiz being having
hurt.
to leave the game with an injury. We don't
up.
know where he's at with that yet. No, I'm not nervous.
Okay.
If the Brewers had lost I thought the first game of the series in Chicago was the most important game, or the first game of the series.
I'll say this: if this gets to 5 games, which if the Cubs win the next 2, it's a 5-game sprint. It's not 5 games,
5-game lead. Yeah.
No more, but they also would have the tie break. My nerve antenna is going to go up a little bit. Now, if it's at 7, but then the Cubs will still own that tiebreaker, winning the division, this was the let's stomp on their throat. We're not going to stomp on their throat. We can still win the next 2, have that, and then I don't know what the season. If we win the next 2, do we win the season series?
Yes, the winner of this series wins the season series.
Okay, so we got to win the next 2. We got the Miz going today.
Yes.
Correct?
I believe that's correct. Let me double check.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
so the Miz going today.
Listen to my
with
SportsCenter.
the doubleheader reschedules, I
missed
sure
Hunter Sports Center as I was getting licked and feeding dogs donuts and things of that nature. That's what this, I think this is one of those where you can bury a team. You're probably not at that point now, but I am not nervous. I just wonder, and I don't know how many Brewer fans feel this way. Like, do you feel like can you play at that level, drop down, and then regain that level? Or do you feel like what we've already seen is our best baseball, or do you think we can play better? I don't know if it's really hard to ask someone to play better than 29-4?
Yeah, it's one of the best stretches in baseball history.
Yeah.
Like, you can't ask for really anything better than that, but you're asking to get hot at the right time. I asked Matt Hamilton this last week. He's an Olympic gold medalist, a professional athlete. I thought his insight on this was pretty interesting. I asked him about peaking too early and asked is that a real thing? Because I feel like we, not you, you're an analyst. We, the media, say, oh, you can't trust the Packers going into the playoffs. They peaked too early this year. Oh, you can't trust the Yankees. They peaked too early. Well, you could say that about the Brewers here in this stretch in late July into August, that they peaked too early. They got too good too fast, and now they're battling some injuries, and they're going to try and get things situated, and they're going to kind of cruise, you would hope, to a division title into the playoffs. For you, as a longtime NFL player, and is there such a thing as peaking too early?
I think there's the thought process. There is. I do believe you can peak too early. I think that comes back to the character of your locker room and the understanding. Baseball is a heck of a lot different than football. Baseball, you're going to have some bigger swoons. You look at, and I've heard Chewy say this about his Super Bowl championship team. The team I was a part of that we ended up winning a Super Bowl. There were some eras in that season that were rough. Detroit losing 7-3 and then getting beaten New England. That actually was a springboard. You're going to have moments of adversity that you have to fight through. Why I am not nervous is because you're not going to keep up that pace. Would you like to go in and just step on their throats down in Wrigley? Yes. Chicago is a good baseball team. They have played better than the Brewers. I know Pat Murphy kind of talking last night after, we hit the ball hard. That's baseball, right? Mm-hmm. So there isn't this, we're going to fall off. It's, do you keep that confidence? And the big thing is handling the pressure of it. When you're a one-seeder, you're the best team, which the Brewers are on pace to be the best team in the entire Major League Baseball. Can you handle that pressure? And that, I think, when you listen to the Patriots when they were 16-0, every game you're getting everybody's best shot, everybody coming for you. That is a foreign thing to the Milwaukee Brewers. Not to the Green Bay Packers, to the Milwaukee Brewers. That is a foreign deal where everybody is – that's a great team. And if we don't play our best, when you have to deal with that and the expectation game that Milwaukee is not dealing with, I know that I'm sure there's been plenty of Packer teams. You could look at the COVID team. You could look at that San Francisco game where that expectation, I think, in that San Fran game really weighed on that team, and you start feeling that pressure, how your guys can respond, and if you can overcome that, that's the question. And this series feels postseason-ish to me. You're playing during the day. Every pitch, every at-bat matters. Woodruff trying to get out of a jam, was able to once, not the other time. And then can you fight back and get it because you start feeling it? And this series, I think, gives you a little bit of a window into what the postseason is going to look like. And that's why I think bouncing back and having some resolve and not letting this thing slide, this is postseason baseball. You're going to have a couple games. Doesn't work. All right. Can you rebound and not let it turn 1 into 2 into 3 into 4? That's going to be really the big test that this team has the next 2 games. And if they lose those 2, all of a sudden you're going to start hearing all those Cubs fans and everybody else, well, maybe Milwaukee's not that good. They're only 5 up. Oh, can they blow a 9? That's the stuff that you have to deal with that a lot of these guys have never had to do.
So I agree with all of that, and I think that's great insight. The one thing I'll say about this feeling like a postseason series, because I, coming into the week, felt that way entirely. With the rain delay doubleheader and the extra innings on Sunday,
rain really helped the Cubs.
It did help the Cubs tremendously because the Brewers were
they were rattled.
The Brewers were preserving pitching Monday afternoon and Sunday afternoon because they thought they were playing 2 games on Monday. Well, then that backfired, and then it turned into what it was yesterday, and then they were down in the evening game. So now some of their back-end relievers, Uribe and everybody, they've gone like 3 days without pitching, which is nice, I guess, if they have a lead in these next 2. But with the injuries the Brewers have sustained and the way that the extra innings on Sunday led into the weird rain situations on Monday and Tuesday, that threw off the feeling of the postseason nature of this series to me. Because I think it would be a very easy rallying cry for Pat Murphy to tell everybody as they land in Chicago on Sunday evening, guys, we're treating this like a playoff series. It's best of 5. I want to see how you do. Let's go win 3, and let's clinch the season series, put these guys to bed, win the division right here, and this is going to feel like a dress rehearsal for the playoffs. And for him managing those situations, for the players in those situations, I think it would have made a lot of sense. But it wasn't that because of the rain and the doubleheader Monday turning into a doubleheader Tuesday.
I don't think yes, you could look at it from that perspective. I'm thinking more just the way it's lined up. The Cubs are a playoff team. You're playing these games bing, 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 kind of like you do in the postseason. And the crowd, the energy, and the fact that the Cubs are right at death's door there, and you could slam that door shut. You factor all that in, and that it's your old manager and the rivalry. All of those things just add another layer because at this point, the Brewers are a playoff team. Where they're going to end up being seated, we don't know. It is going to come down to how do you handle adversity and how do you handle the pressure of these big moments. Because postseason baseball is all about big moments. Postseason football is all about the big moments. Who can make the big hit? We've seen this team over and over do it. Can they do it when the lights are going to be the brightest? This is the brightest lights series so far. There's going to be more and more. And I think after this, if I said going in, if you go 2-3, 3-2, you're in great. You're in 3-2, you're in great shape. 2-3, you're fine. You just can't get swept. They're not going to get swept. So if you win 1 and surely you win 2, all of a sudden then I think it becomes kind of a free flow. Everybody's going to go, and that can be good. But I do think there is something to be said about the teams that are kind of hardened by having to go through the idea of if we don't win this, we're eliminated. We have to have that high intensity. The problem with that, if you have to be highly intense for a long period of time, eventually that flame burns out. You don't want to use all your kerosene. You want to be able to have a bank of it left to reignite. And this is why I think this is all a very good thing. You're getting all of that with the buffer because you've been so good that you're going to be able to have that leftover kerosene to light this thing up, get set, and then get settled in for hopefully a long October run.
If I'm Pat Murphy, I'm lighting that kerosene today. And I'm saying these next two, you win these two, you win the division, or you win the division basically, because you're going to win that tiebreaker. You're going to be 9 up leaving town. So treat these next two. Your back end of your bullpen is rested and ready to go. You got the Miz tonight. Like, let's win these two. Treat these like playoff games, must-win situations. That's your ultimate dress rehearsal for the playoffs.
Hunter, do you feel the same way?
I think so. I was even just about to ask you guys, do we think that the Miz gets used as just an opener? Like, he gets 3 innings, and they're just like, go throw gas for 3 innings,
you'd like to
and
get
then
5.
we're going to take you.
I think you'd like to get 5 from him and not have him go through the order a third time. That's the big analytical
he
point.
didn't even make it out of the second none.
But that's
I
why.
think for him it's just
Like,
important. Let's get his velo back up. Let's get him back to feeling Mizzy, because I think he is. He's been a little bit. It hasn't been as good, and I think he has been a real spark plug as far as why this team not only is viewed a certain way, but I think has been able to win. So I don't know if I'd go as far as what you're saying. I definitely feel like you're going to use your bullpen in the ways you feel, and if you have to, sacrifice a little bit for that series with the Giants coming up this weekend, so be it, because you want to put your mark on this, I guess, this run, ending the Cubs' hopes, and you can do that if you can find a way to win 2 this weekend.
Brewers-Cubs 7:05 tonight at Wrigley Field. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:30 on 620 WTMJ, 95.3 WBEV, and 100.5 ESPN Madison. Tausch is at my house for the show today, and if you look around, you'll see that we're going to be in the market for some new windows here pretty soon.
Oh, you got some window issues. Well,
We're getting there.
if you do, Pella is your place to go. And for long-lasting comfort and reliability, trust Pella. Each piece specifically constructed for your home, always designed with innovation, rigorously tested for quality and performance, and built to create long-term energy savings. And there is no reason to wait, because if you order by August 31st, you get 0 interest for up to 60 months. That's 5 years of no interest payments. Don't miss out on this deal. Visit PellaWI.com today. Certain restrictions do apply.
Bryan Bulaga is scheduled to appear coming up a little after 9:30. Coming up next, Keisean Nixon, the subject of Jason Wilde's latest article at channel3000.com. Big-time backtrack from Keisean Nixon on something he said a few months ago. We're going to hear that next. Live from my house, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, reminding you that there is no better product and no better taste than Grassland Dairy. Well, the run of success for baseball in Milwaukee has been pretty great for almost a decade now, with another trip to the postseason looking like a great possibility this year. But that's nothing compared to the run of success Grassland Dairy has had, serving up delicious taste and high-quality butter since 1904. That is over 5 generations. Grassland's commitment to quality and excellence starts with the way farmers care for their cows and carries through every step of the process. They are proud to offer a wide range of reliable, delicious, nutritious dairy ingredients, as they have for all these years. Butter better with better butter. There is no better product and no better taste than Grassland butter. Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
The Milwaukee Brewers, the Chicago Cubs.
Here's Terang, and he hits one into right, a base hit. Frelick will score. 5-0 Brewers on Terang's RBI single.
Tonight on 100.5 ESPN.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well. Born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Summer is here, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Door County Distillery. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. I've been telling you for years how great Door County Distillery is. Locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. The sun is shining, and so can the Rock Island Rum from Door County Distillery in your summertime cocktail. Otherwise, vodkas, gins, whiskeys, brandies, and more, it's all available from the award-winning Door County Distillery. Find a huge list of unique cocktail recipes and the retailer nearest you, doorcountydistillery.com. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
College students, are you looking to make your campus living more comfortable, functional, and fashionable this year? Let IKEA help. From innovative storage solutions and furniture to maximize your space, to fashionable bedding and accessories to make it uniquely yours, IKEA is helping make college living truly inspired by you. And now, qualified college students can save even more with 15% off their IKEA purchase when they sign up for IKEA Family for free. Visit IKEA Oak Creek, IKEA Schaumburg, or check out the Ready for College section on IKEA.com/US to learn more.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Live from my house, it's Wilde and Tausch. No Jason today. Jesse and Tausch. And Mo sleeping under Tausch's chair.
Mo, I fed him enough donut. He's taking a little napper.
It's nap time. 844-770-3776, the carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. Again, 844-770-3776. See some of the Brewers texts coming in. We'll get to those a little bit later before we get to Homer coming up at 10:30. Missed him last week. Looking forward to Homer being back on with us.
Was Homer not here last week?
No, he was not. Okay. You were on the show that day when he was gone. But
he's in Ireland.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
Ahoy.
It is. I want to talk about Keisean Nixon for a minute because Jason wrote about him over at channel3000.com following yesterday's practice.
You subscribed to his newsletter?
I don't have to. It's free at channel3000.com.
No, but he's got a newsletter he wants you to subscribe to.
No, I do not get the newsletter. I do not get the newsletter.
And what does that show up like on your phone every day?
It's in your email. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just click on chat. I like hey, Jason does a great job. We all know that. I'm not going to give him too much credit, but I'll give him credit when he's not here. He does a great job.
He does.
Lot of storylines with take the Irish kicker out of the equation. I'd rather have Homer when he was in Ireland give me a report back on the Irish kicker than what Jason did that day.
Keisean Nixon did meet with the media yesterday, and he is the subject of Jason's latest article, expected to be CB1 heading in here to the 2025 season. Now, I want to do a little exercise here for you because this stood out to me from what Keisean Nixon had to say yesterday. Back on January 14th, after the conclusion of the season when the Packers lost in the wild card round to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Keisean Nixon was asked in the Packers locker room about looking ahead to the following season, likely with no Jair Alexander coming back. And here is the question and the answer. I think there's actually a couple of questions in this sound clip from one of the reporters up there in Green Bay about handling kick return responsibilities. Here's that interaction from January 14th.
After a full season, what are your thoughts on the kickoff rule?
I don't know. I'm kind of over it. I don't really want to do it no more. So there's gonna be talks with the coaching staff and stuff like that. But I think it's over with for me.
You don't want to return kickoffs?
Nah, I'm kind of through with that.
Is it because of how busy you are on defense, or because of the reaction to the rule?
I want to be CB1, so CB1 not doing kick return. So that's just what it is.
January 14th.
Yeah, I remember
Keisean
when
Nixon.
he said that, and we were very critical of that because Keisean Nixon made his career based on being a kick returner.
His best play as a Green Bay Packer was a kick return against the Minnesota Vikings.
He had another good one against the Dolphins. He had his initial campaign with Green Bay, and that's got him a contract extension. I'm all for players wanting to elevate their roles and elevate their worth to teams. I think that's a healthy way to look at it, but you have to remember the main thing is the main thing. And unless they draft a guy who is dynamic and electric, I don't ever want players to kind of take things and say, I'm not doing this. You can have those conversations, do it in closed door. Again, after seasons are emotional, I give guys some grace. I am not going to crush Keisean. I thought when he said it, it wasn't going to be accurate. Turns out I don't think it's going to be. But the fact that Keisean Nixon has continued to withstand and take this number one corner job on, it's great to see. I wonder how it's all going to hold up, because he is going to run into a murderer's row of wideouts throughout the course of this season. And I know Jeff Hafley's defense, it's not a real match-for-match type of deal. It's going to be play your spot. Keisean Nixon's been, I think, better than we all anticipated when he was first here and when he signed his extension. But now he is the guy. And, whether or not Valentine ends up, overtaking, or if Hobbs comes, I don't know how that's all going to shake itself out. But throughout camp, he's done that. And he's confident. He's a leader on this team. And you have to applaud the way that he is stuck with, believed in himself. And I'm guessing the quotes we're going to hear after this, you're going to hear he's very confident heading into this upcoming campaign.
Keisean Nixon's never been one shy to have a little confidence, I don't think.
You can't play that spot and not be confident. Even if it's fake confident, you have to have a memory of an ant, and then you better be ready to get back on the horse, because stuff's going to happen when you play that spot.
Well, just wait till you hear a couple of the names he's putting himself in the same category as. Here is what Keisean Nixon said after practice yesterday about handling kickoff responsibilities this year.
I don't ever want to take myself out of the return game. Just, I know playing corner is like a heavy load on myself already, but I know my ego is not going to let me, game on the line. I'm going with the ball in my hands at the end of the day. I don't think nobody can mess with me when I got the ball in my hands. So it's just being a Swiss Army knife, being able to do it. Some of the greats did it, Deion, Charles Woodson, stuff like that, and I just want to put my name in that hat.
Those are great names.
Deion Sanders, Charles Woodson, Keisean Nixon.
And that's why you don't take a ton of stuff that is said right after a regular season or a postseason loss. It is emotional. You're gonna. I can't tell. It's just you have a gut feeling of a lot of loss, and you just kind of want to get the heck out of town. Here, confident, get the ball in your hands. He feels like that, and I don't think he's saying he's there yet. He's saying those guys did it. I can do it too. Great. Love to see it. Whether or not that's going to be accurate, I mean, Deion is the greatest to ever do it. Charles Woodson is right there. You want to put yourself in that category, that is awesome. That is a big test. I mean, that is a big test that you're going to be giving yourself, and you have a long way to even think about proving that, but I don't want that is a position you can't have Johnny mild-mannered guy. Like, you need bravado, and you need to have a short memory, and you need to believe that you are the best in the business. And if you don't, you're not going to have a ton of success. So I don't have any problem for as much. I am not a trash talk, bravado guy. That's not how I operate, but that is how defensive backs, I think, need to. The great ones all had that little edge to them. Keisean has that edge. Now, whether or not he has that talent to put himself in those categories, I hope he does. I think that's a pretty – you're talking about two of the best to ever do it. Awesome. Even if you fall short of that and you're really, really good, I think Green Bay will be very happy.
Keisean Nixon going to be CB1 likely here for the 2025 season, and that means week 1 he will be among the players on the Packers defense. You can pick on Prize Picks to get an interception off of Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
Yes, indeed. Preseason football, it's finally winding down, but Prize Picks has all kinds of fun options, season-long projections. Week 1. You said there's a couple of freebies. There's a 0.5 in the games this weekend, week 0.
Avery Johnson,
and then Dak Prescott in the week 1 of the NFL season, 0.5. So there's always fun little stuff to get started with Prize Picks. The best way to get action on sports in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, and Wisconsin. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. They offer Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this season. Prize Picks invented. They are the Thomas Edison of the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money during the football season. You have opinions. You think that San Fran's going to struggle. You think that the Rams not going to have a great season. Turn your sports opinions into real cash on Prize Picks. Download that Prize Picks app today. Use code WI. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI. $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Jaden Daniels less passing yards for the season.
What is his number at?
I think his stock's way too high. I got to check what it is, but I want less on it.
They did, obviously Scary Terry. We don't know how that scenario is going to go. I'll be curious what Rodgers in Pittsburgh is looking like. Russ Wilson with the Giants and some of the things that he might be just a placeholder for Jackson. That's the beauty of it, and you can take what you think and how you feel, and you can turn that into real cash with Prize Picks.
3,424.5 for
It's
Jaden
not that much.
Daniels.
It's not a big year.
I'll take less.
All right.
And I'll take more of Bryan Bulaga. He's scheduled to appear. Coming up next, live from my house, it's Jesse and Tausch on Wilde and Tausch.
This is our crew.
Flair, shallow center. Here's the throw from Perkins. It is going to be in time! Blake Perkins says goodnight.
Madison's home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball. 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. As we count down the days to kickoff of the college and pro football seasons, you may be planning those last few weekend road trips before we get back into our fall routines. And if that's the case, remember to stop by and see the reliable service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie before you hit the road. There is no better vehicle service team than the team I trust over at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. You can get a tune-up, check the battery, check your tires, change the oil, and make sure all the inner workings of your vehicle are in tip-top shape so you can focus on the fun of getting from place to place for whatever your next adventure holds and not allowing vehicle trouble to disrupt you. Schedule a service appointment, view vehicle inventory, and learn more about all they have to offer at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. There's only so much time left in the summer. Don't let vehicle trouble take a second of it away from you. Trust the fantastic service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Baseball is back. Bryan Bulaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
Hey, it's Isaac Miller, junior defensive end in high school. 14 Division I offers. Yep, 1-4. Wisconsin, Michigan, Florida, Miami, you name it. Everyone's asking, where's Isaac going? Well, I'll tell you this. It's going to be big, it's going to be loud, and it's going to be legendary. But first, I'm hitting the weight room in my Iron Jock gear. Because no matter what logo I wear next, Iron Jock is how I get there. Stay tuned and go to ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
What's in your summer survival kit? Mark Tauscher here, and I'll tell you what should be. A cooler full of drinks, a comfy lawn chair, and for just $12.99, a large Hut Lovers pizza from Pizza Hut. For a limited time, choose from 4 loaded legends, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, veggie lovers, and the spicy Hawaiian for just $12.99. Hot, melty, and made to crush hunger. A perfect summer go-to order. Order up before it's gone on the Pizza Hut app. And remember, nobody out-pizzas the Hut. Additional charge for extra toppings, pan, stuffed crust, and extra cheese.
Something special's brewing in Milwaukee.
I've never seen anything like this. You have to almost think it's cosmic, the way that things have been going.
You're listening to Madison's new home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball, 100.5 ESPN.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of, but back in Rutherford County, our crowd is second to none. You might not know them here in this big city we're in. When I go back home, I've got some famous friends. Yeah,
You know what that music means. Jesse and Tausch today on Wilde and Tausch. He was also invited to my house, but...
Did you invite Brian?
I did. I told
a third chair here. Yeah,
I told him you were going to be here. I don't know if he believed me.
I know I didn't believe you.
Also, a little bit longer of a drive for him than it is for you. I know that.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly where he lives, but I know that from experience heading to pick you up to go to different remotes.
Sure.
Bryan Bulaga joins us on Wilde and Tausch live from my basement. Hi, Brian. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, that's definitely your basement. You weren't lying about it. Last night you said it may be from my house, and you were not lying. Yeah, it's definitely your basement. So I'm good. It's good to see you guys.
Blue, when you have people over, and if you're having a coworker, a teammate, whatever, however you want to phrase it, what are the big things? Like, do you offer coffee, water? What are the big things? What's the Bulaga household welcoming party? What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Well, I mean, is it just a time of day? Is it any time of day, or I mean?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'd say after work.
Yeah,
after work.
4:35.
After work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after work, certainly a beverage, whether that is water, a cocktail, one of those two, and then most likely food. I mean, it's after work. It's around that time, so. Whether that is hors d'oeuvres or something small, or if they're staying for dinner, there's going to be food involved. But that's normally the way it works out.
Yeah, I would think if you go to the Bulaga house, Abby and Brian will have a charcuterie board. I almost feel guaranteed. Like, you go down there, you're going to have wine and charcuterie. That's what the Bulaga's. Am I crazy to think that?
No, you're not. Abby is big into that. She's really good at making those. So that's right up her alley. So you're spot on.
While we're here on this, how often do you guys, when you're active NFL players, invite your teammates over to your place during the season?
Early on, a lot more than as you get older. At least I can only speak for me. And then it's, when you start getting older, it was more, we used to play cards, we'd have people over, and then it was more Thanksgiving-ish or holiday, and you get the O-line or get, a group of people together to have a couple of cocktails. And that was more, I think as a younger player, you do more stuff. And as you got older, it was more one big event rather than, 5 or 6 small ones. That's at least in my history, Brian.
No, that's the truth. I mean, it was the O-line dinner every week, right? That was like something you always did. But then getting the wives together and all that. I mean, and guys have kids, so then it's trying to plan all that and trying to get sitters and things for that with the guys with kids. There's a lot of planning to that. And the guys that are single or just have wives or girlfriends that don't have kids, it's very easy for them. But the guys with kids, it takes a little more planning, right? There's a little more to it. But gosh, right, the holidays, guys normally make sure everything's in order there. And then
somebody's got a place to go.
Dinner.
Yep, everybody's got a place.
O-line dinner. Yeah, O-line dinner always. I mean, that's a must. And then there may be a random Monday night, guys all get together and go do something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But normally the wives, they do stuff throughout the week. Normally it's we're at the stadium, working, and they're normally the ones that get together and do stuff without us.
Yeah, they got.
Because why would you want to do anything with us? Why would you want to do anything with us?
They had a pretty good little setup going there, no doubt about it. All right, Blue, you watched some film, you saw what happened in Indy. It was a great comeback, and I'm not interested in what were from the guys that you feel fairly confident are going to be on this roster heading into that first week of Detroit. What did you see that you liked about from last Saturday?
Yeah, we saw the second half was what it was, right? I mean, Colts made subs, we made subs, and I mean, it's good to see the team fight back and battle back and win. But let's focus on kind of the first half, right? The first half of the game, Indy played their starters to start the game, right? And that's kind of where we saw, at least for Green Bay offensively, where they struggle a little bit, right? Tons of penalties, I think 11 penalties in the first half. Listen, you play a lot of football. I played a lot of football. Don't ever remember a game where there was, maybe 11 penalties in a whole game, but 11 penalties in a first half. That's a wild number, right? When you hear that type of number, you kind of throws up a little bit of a red flag to you. So that made me want to go back and watch it a lot more too. Cause I'm come on, there can't be that many penalties. You can't even throw that many flags on purpose, but they were legit, right? They weren't bad penalties. It's not you can't throw that. But listen, I think the question was all on Belton, right? He had 5 on his own, right? And you look at him, it was a legal procedure, so he's too far back. And then he had, I think, a personal foul and then some hold. So you look at that first half and then how he kind of played in the first half. It wasn't all bad how he actually played when there wasn't penalties, right? His actual play was not bad, but it was just the penalties that overshadows that, and that turns it into a mishmash of it just all looks bad, right? No matter what you do when you have that many penalties, it's going to look terrible. And then you see LaFleur come off at halftime, going up to Belton and do what he does.
Tough.
It's just a tough look. But then you go into the second half, and Belton played fine. He played good, right? He settled down. There were no penalties. He played his game, and whatever it was, whatever he got told in the locker room at halftime or whatever they said, the whole offensive line settled down and played well. I think Jordan Morgan again played well, right? At left tackle, I think he did what he needed to do. I think he took 31 or 32 snaps, so he wasn't in there too long. But he played well again. So the competition, I feel there continues to drag on, right? That it extends another week, and here we go into Seattle and joint practices and all that. It goes again, right? And I would imagine Sheed is back this week, and this competition is going to continue on. And the one unfortunate part, right? I think for me was Lloyd getting hurt, because you watched him play. And there was a lot of excitement when he touched the ball, right? You see a lot of twitch and explosion and potentially a lot of creativity in his game when he gets the ball. And seeing him run routes and get out of the backfield, it reminds you a lot of what Aaron Jones used to do in LaFleur's offense, right? And how he was utilized. And it's just unfortunate, how he continues to just come up with these injuries, and it stinks for him because obviously it's hard. Like, I get people are he's this, he's that. Like, listen, there's some times where like you get hamstring injuries and groin injuries. Like, guys aren't trying to catch those, right? He's not out there trying to catch these injuries, right? Like, I mean, he's probably doing everything he can to avoid them and prevent them. And it's just, they are what they are right now. But he's a guy that I enjoyed watching on tape while I was able to watch him, because I haven't been able to really see him, right? Like, he just hasn't been on any film at all from last year up until really this year, until this Indy game. Then you see him, and it was really fun to see him play for the time he was in, because he's a very explosive type player. So I hope he's able to, get healthy as soon as possible. But besides that, like, it was a mishmash of players, right? Like, I mean, you look at who played and who's going to be there on the final 53. I really don't know. Like, I will say this on defense, like, really like to see Bo Melton out there, right? Like, I enjoyed seeing that. Like, he continues to do his thing, right? Like, and to me, that's fun, and I'm excited for him as a player, that like he gets turned over on defense as a wide receiver, gets put over on defense, and he just continues to go about his business, improve, play. He's not getting burnt or beat deep or anything like that. He's handling his business, and to me, like, it's a good story, and I'm happy for him. Like, that's hard to do as a player. Is just, hey, you're gonna go play defense now, like, start a camp and like to actually do well at it. So like, that's another really exciting thing to see. But like, from a whole team standpoint, like, there's a few guys obviously that are going to make the 53. Like, you look at Belton, you look at obviously Jordan Morgan, you look at obviously Bo Melton, Sean Ryan. Like, I mean, those guys are going to make the 53. I mean, Sean Ryan's going to be a starter. Like, that's a right guard. He's going to start at right guard. Not going to start at center or where like, none of that. But it's hard to judge everyone as a whole when it's just like guys kind of mixed up. It's really difficult. And then the Colts are throwing in their ones. It's a hard thing to judge because the Colts defense isn't bad. Like, they have a good defense. They had a good defense last year. It's a Gus Bradley defense. We all know the scheme. It's the Seattle defense. I've gone against it a bunch. You've gone against it a bunch, that type of scheme. Like, it's a tough defense to go against. They got good players. So it's hard to judge, like, what guys are doing when there's really no wideouts. The offensive line's kind of mixed up. So overall, like, the defense played good, right? I mean, they didn't really allow anything. So you could take that away. The defense looked good. They held their own. And offensively, it was a tough first half. And penalties certainly don't help it when you're behind the chains almost every drive. Like, almost every drive, you're behind the chains because of penalties. Like, no one's going to look good when that's the case. Like, it's really hard to get anything going.
No doubt. Blue is, Elton Jenkins going to be a starting center. We all know that. Is the backup center, is it going to be Sean Ryan if something happens to Elton? Is that is that, in your opinion, what they're going to end up doing?
That's what it appears. That's what it appears, because he's.
Do you like
getting
that?
all the...
Because Sean he's a guard. I think he's a guard. Yeah. I think he is aggressive. He comes off. I don't know. Do you feel good about that, if that is what Green Bay needs to do? Because Elton's obviously been fighting a back injury most of camp.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, you look at the roster and you look who they have, and obviously Monk is obviously the guy that's been training at center, right? Preseason and OTAs.
But then they don't put him in. They don't put him in there. Like, it doesn't.
Correct. Yesterday or this weekend would have been the time.
Yes.
Or whatever would have been the time to start him next to Sean Ryan. Let's see it, right? Start him next to. If you're going to play Sean Ryan, that's fine, but start him next to Sean Ryan, and let's see how that goes. But they didn't, and so
what does that tell you? Blue, what does that tell you? Does that tell you he ain't going to play center?
It appears, yeah. I mean, it tells me that they don't trust him as the true backup center yet. That's what it tells me, that it's Elton and Sean Ryan that are the 1-2 center. Like that's what that tells me. So, but then we get in, and this is kind of what Jason and I had talked about. This is where we get into this. If say something happens to Elton, right? Like say something happens. Now we get into this issue of we're moving multiple spots around, right? Unless we're just thinking, hey, we're plugging Belton in right away at right guard. He's the guy that we're plugging in.
I don't know. Has he taken reps at right guard? Has he taken anything besides right tackle? Maybe a little left tackle, but he's been all right tackle, right?
Yeah, in games, but I have no idea what he does in practice, right? Like I don't know what happens in practice. So this is where it gets funny because. So is the thought process then, say Jordan Morgan wins the left tackle battle. I don't know if he does or not, but say he does. So now are we going to move Jordan Morgan to right guard, putting Sheet, and now we're moving three guys. We're three guys are.
Yes, that is what they'll do. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah, and that to me is just it's a head scratcher for one guy having to be moved or to change one position out, right? Like. And
Blue
on
top of that, Banks has been battling this back. He didn't practice. They put Jordan Morgan at left guard. So here you have a guy that has played better than everybody expected. He struggled in family night, gave up a little bit to Lucas Van Ness, which, by the way, sounds like Lucas Van Ness is getting a little something on everybody he's going against. Mm-hmm. He's handling his business at left tackle better than we thought, and I think he's given himself a great opportunity to win that job, which none of us would have said the first week of training camp. And now his versatility is going to end up probably hurting him because they can put him at left guard and right guard, and he needs to be – with this group, you need versatility because you don't have the Lucas Patricks or the guy that you feel like – we could put him at left guard, center, or right guard. They don't have that guy. Sean Ryan is that guy, but he's a starter. And
exactly.
The whole thing is it's a real mess if something does happen to Elton.
Yes, 100%. Like they don't have, and like that's why last year I was like, I guess you could say on my soapbox. I was on my soapbox. Hey, like it'd be great to get a veteran in that can do those three things, right? That can be that guy that can
31 other teams want that too.
I know, but I know, but I don't mean like the guy that you can plug in and he's going to play 16 games. I just mean like he could go in there in a pinch and finish out a game, and like it's not going to be catastrophic.
Philadelphia it won't be like the Philly game. Yeah.
Yes, like that's kind of what I mean. And if something happens to Elton, you're changing up everything. Like it is a complete change to three different positions, and like you always try to avoid like and Campy was the same way. Like if someone gets hurt, you try to minimize the guys you move.
Yep.
Like you try
especially
to
for that game. Then when you get to practice the next week, then you can start tinkering a little bit. But Blue, I think we're saying the same thing here. Yes, Jordan Love and his thumb and the injury. We'll talk about that next. Elton Jenkins, he might be – you're looking at maybe one of the most valuable pieces to this whole group because if he can't play or if he is anyway limited, you're talking about shuffling three guys on a group that you're expecting to be one of the strengths of your football team. They are not – I do not think they feel great about anybody else playing center. I just don't.
No. I mean, you normally have a backup center, right? That like obviously you have your one center who you love, right? Like he's the guy, right? Like he's always the guy. But normally
at least for this year they love him. At least for this year.
Yeah, at least for this year. But normally your backup, the guy most likely did a lot of it in college, right? Like he played it in college, and now he's kind of that swing guy. Right, like, and he's able to bounce around. Well, Monk was a college center, but they don't. He's not.
There's something there. Yeah, that's something Wilde needs to investigate a little bit more. What kind of camp and where he's at, because he was supposed to be the guy. And if you're going to let Elton Jenkins go, what's your plan moving forward next? That's another thought that we'll get to after the break.
Yeah, we ended up doing our tackle talk segment there, which is all great.
Sure.
That's awesome insight from both of you guys. It's my pleasure to sit back and just listen to it like I normally do on this show. So we are going to talk about Jordan Love's injury status. He was back as a limited participant in practice, very, very, very limited yesterday. We'll hear what Bryan Bulaga thinks of that coming up next as we continue with Bryan Bulaga live from my house. It's Jesse and Tausch on Wilde and Tausch.
Bryan Bulaga on Wilde and Tausch is brought to you by Surfside. Surfside iced tea and vodka and Surfside lemonade and vodka. It's light, refreshing, and has 0 bubbles. It's perfect for a day on the golf course or a day at American Family Field. Cheers to Surfside.
Preseason football is underway and college football is here, so don't miss any of the action this season on PrizePicks. PrizePicks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. PrizePicks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. PrizePicks is the best way to win real money this football season. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join millions of users and sign up today. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. A pivotal season, year number 3, crucial for Luke Fickell. Can he help Wisconsin return to bowl eligibility and beyond? Legendary coach Barry Alvarez putting his faith in Fickell, his reasoning on the kickoff episode of The Barry Alvarez Show.
We have the right person in charge. Luke understands the Big Ten. He knows how to win. I think he has his feet on the ground. Wisconsin's a difficult place. I mean, you have to understand this place as far as where to recruit, where, with the type of players that fit here, the type of football that can win here.
Full episode available on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
The Milwaukee Brewers, the Chicago Cubs.
Here's Terang, and he hits one into right, a base hit. Frelick will score. 5-0 Brewers on Terang's RBI single.
Tonight on 100.5 ESPN.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison. Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of, but back in
Continuing with Bryan Bulaga on Wilde and Tausch. Jesse and Tausch today. Jason has the day off. He'll be back tomorrow. But he was on the sidelines of Packers training camp practice the other day when you were doing the baby voice, Tausch, with Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Blue, can you believe this? So, Jordan busts his thumb up. He's got surgery on it. And he decides he wants to get out there and play. He wants to do what he can. And Jason, Johnny Helicopter, is just, he shouldn't be out there. What are they doing? And I'm saying, Jason, he's able to throw into windows and 7-on-7. And, what on earth are you thinking? I think finally, after I baby voiced him to death, making fun of him, he came across yesterday and said, you know what, I think you were right. When you can get out there and mimic and do anything you can when you're hurt to get back out there quicker, you're going to do it. What the hell do you think Jason was thinking when he made those crazy comments that he thought it was crazy for Jordan Love to be out there?
Maybe he thought something, he was going to do something else than what he was actually doing.
No, he was afraid he'd
maybe
slip and fall.
It was raining, and he
it
thought
was wet, and he thought he'd slip, and he maybe would hurt his thumb.
Oh. Okay, maybe no, he slipped. I don't.
You have to laugh at him like that. It's kind of mean.
Well, I don't know. I agree with Tausch. If there's any way,
Blue, that's all I was looking for.
Yeah,
so, Brian, can you kind of go through, because there are concerns, right? He's out there throwing, and I think everybody's excited. He's throwing 7 on there. LaFleur hates 7-on-7, but they put it in for this scrimmage tomorrow so that Jordan gets some work. He's not going to play in the game, obviously, on Saturday. But when you're starting to look at this big picture, and everybody's saying all the right stuff, that he's going to be 100% and all this, where do you think, limitation-wise, this could come into play against the Detroit Lions? Is it handing the football off under center, taking the snaps? Because to me, if you have to adjust and it's going to be more shotgun, duo runs, the stuff Josh Jacobs likes anyways, and you have to do that for a couple of weeks until he's fully healthy, I'm okay with that. But that's where you have the wideouts being out. How realistic is it for you to feel like this offense can where will they be at efficiency-wise against the Detroit Lions when you start factoring in his thumb and all of the injuries at the wide receiver spot?
I mean, yeah, they're not. There's, I mean, just from looking at it practically, it's hard to believe that they'll be at like 100% efficiency, right? Like, I mean, it can't be that way based on just injuries alone, right? Like, and it's simply because of time on field together, right? Like, and taking reps and not 7-on-7 reps, but like reps. Live reps. And I don't mean like in a preseason game, but just in 11-on-11 versus like Packers defense, or in this joint practice, or last week against the Colts, like just things like that is how you build that efficiency as an offense, right? Like that's how you build, timing and see looks and know what's good and what's not. And when you don't get those reps and now, you have the injury list that you do at wide receiver and at quarterback, and pieces slowly come back, and now Jordan, he's doing 7-on-7, and he's throwing it, but he's not taking snaps from Elton. He's not handing the ball off to Jacobs. He's not at the line making checks with the linemen. He's not doing any of those things. That inhibits things, and the wide receivers aren't seeing him make hand signals and checks. And I mean, there's all these things that aren't happening that allow an offense to operate at 100%, right? Like these are all things that need to be, at high efficiency for the offense to just be clicking, and it needs to. And you don't even think about that kind of stuff as a fan watching it, but those things all get sorted out in camp and during these practices and these joint practices. I mean, that's how you figure that out, and it's not currently happening. I don't think against Detroit, you're right. He probably won't be doing too much under center work. Now, maybe he will. Maybe the thumb will be better than we think. But that would be the thing that I would think he'll be a little bit, hampered by, is taking snaps under center and then handing the ball off with his left hand to Jacobs. That would be where I see it being a little dicey, right? But I think everything else, he should be fine, right? Like, I don't know what else would be the issue. I think, obviously, he's probably learned his lesson. If he's going to get sacked, probably should just go down, right? Like, if you're going to get sacked, I mean, if you think you can get out of it, sure, get out of it. But if you're going to get sacked and you know you're getting sacked, just go down. Like, do the old Tom Brady and just go down. There's no point to try to fight out of a sack when you're pretty much wrapped up and it's over. But we were so, I guess maybe I was the only one that thought this. I was so excited for more under center, stretch zone, kind of play action, older LaFleur. Or not even older LaFleur, 2 years ago LaFleur, right? Like, it's not older LaFleur, it was 2 years ago
pre-Josh
LaFleur.
Jacobs. Pre-Josh Jacobs.
I was just really looking forward to Jacobs being integrated into that type of scheme, along with Jacobs doing what he loves to do, which is the duo scheme, and seeing that, and having Detroit try to prepare for both of those types of schemes, right? Like, and I just don't think with this injury and the thumb, and having to take a bunch of snaps under center, that we're going to see much of that, right? And what we know what that does, Tausch, that inhibits the play action game. Mm-hmm. So now you're automatically really hampering that part of the offense, right? I mean, it just is what it is.
Especially the fact that you want to highlight Tucker Kraft and the tight end benefits probably more than almost anybody when it comes to the play action pass stuff, and that remains to be seen. If you're LaFleur, do you slow play this a little bit? And I think I possum this thing. And I say, Jordan Love, we hope he's ready to go, but Malik Willis is going to be taking reps too because he's going to provide a different thing. And all of a sudden, Detroit has to start spending time and resources into game planning against what Malik Willis does, even though everything is saying that Jordan Love's going to play. I think I possum this bad boy, and I say, I don't know. Jordan's coming along. He's doing well, but Malik Willis is playing good. We're going to have both guys ready, and we don't know who we're going to start. Or at least we don't know who's going to play the lion's share of the reps.
No, I think you have to do that because obviously the game planning is different, but what Malik Willis can do is obviously way different than what Jordan can do, and the packages are different, right? Like we're talking we saw what Willis can do last year, and then obviously another year in the system. So he's obviously way more comfortable and tuned into what he needs to do as a passer and with the pass game and all that. But Detroit would then have to really plan for, multiple things, which, they could say, nah, we know Love's playing. We may not even, they may ignore it, but that doesn't mean you still can't say it and use it and make them just in the back of their mind think about it, right?
If they use 2 periods on Malik Willis runs and different things, that's 2 periods. They're not doing other stuff. So I don't think it matters, but I just think at this point when you're more than likely going to have to limit some of the packaging that you do under center with whatever you're going to do with Jordan Love, I think this would be fun. And I think it'd be good to make Detroit think about some other stuff.
I agree. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It certainly doesn't hurt. It doesn't do any harm to the Packers. It doesn't do any harm to them. And honestly, let's be real here. We don't know, regardless of how Jordan Love's healing, which I would imagine he's healing just fine. We don't know how it's going to be when he gets out there against Detroit. We have no idea if it's going to be a hit. We don't know how. I don't know what happens with that. Willis we just put it this way. Willis has to be ready regardless, right? Say Jordan Love falls a weird way and that thing gets re-injured and he's out for a series getting it taped. Willis has to be ready to go, and that's a series Brian, that you just can't forfeit.
And Brian, I would say, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, when's the last time you felt this good about the backup quarterback situation in Green Bay? Last year at this time, we were a hot mess. Oh, and they pulled Willis. They got him for, I think, a 7th. And everybody's like, he didn't know the system. He struggled in Tennessee. And then he went and did what he did. And now, not that there's not we really want Jordan back, but there is no sense of panic. And I would bet LaFleur and their staff are like, if Jordan does miss a couple weeks, we know we can win with Malik Willis because we've already done it. I would argue, I don't know, is it Matt Flynn? The last time you felt this good about having a backup quarterback, in this spot, has it been that long?
Yeah, and I mean, and you played with them, and I played with them. Like, and I felt, I mean, listen, like, obviously we all wanted Aaron out there, right? Like, obviously it was, I mean, if you're going to pick a quarterback, it was Aaron, but if Flynn went in, you felt fine.
You felt like you could
right?
win.
Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah, you felt like you could win. So, I mean, yeah, you can probably go back that far. And the thing is, nobody's saying here, right? And like, it's the same thing I just said about Aaron and Flynn. No one's saying that, like, I'd rather have Malik Willis and Jordan Love. No, you all want Jordan Love out there, right? Like, that's what we're like.
Most of us. There's a few.
Okay.
There's some
Okay.
cats
Maybe
that are crazy, but yeah.
Maybe there's a few detractors, but for the majority, we'd rather have Jordan Love out there, obviously, all the time. But if something were to happen, I am fine with Malik Willis going out there playing his style of game, and I think they can win with his play at quarterback, right? And I think LaFleur understands how to build a game plan and adjust a game plan around him. Like, I really do. And I think guys, especially up front and Jacobs and the tight ends, because that was who he really relied on when he went in, understand what it takes to win around him, which I think is important, right? Like, you need to understand what to expect out of the quarterback, the guys up front, the tight ends, and the running back. Like, hey, what do we need to give him to win? And that's very clear with the guys on this team, what they need to give Willis. So, like, that is what it is. He's going to have to take reps regardless at practice, so you might as well say, we don't know. We're going to have to see. I mean, we're going to give Jordan all week, but we got to see.
I don't know if Seneca Wallace and Brett Hundley are tuned in on the YouTube stream or not, but if they are, I think they'd be offended by the conversation.
Yeah, the Seneca Wallace thing was a big. There have been some seasons where it was neglected, assuming old boy was never going to get hurt, and when it happened, you weren't prepped, and that's where I give Goody a ton of credit for last year. He knew they didn't have it, and they went and did something about it, and it got him in the playoffs. If they didn't do that, conversation this offseason is a whole lot different if you only win 7 games and don't make the playoffs, which they would have probably done if it was Sean Clifford and not Malik Willis.
Brian, we look forward to catching up with you next
Brian,
week.
what's the one spot in Jesse's house you'd want the camera? You'd be like, this is where I want to see what Jesse Nelson's all about.
I don't know. You're in the
We're in the basement, the bar. It's nice.
I want to see, like, what's flipped behind. Like, what's behind?
It's very artsy.
Oh, here, I'll go do that. You talk to him for a second.
It's very artsy, Blue. You'd think Jesse just got off the streets of the Chazon la Fra, or whatever that is down in France. There, you see that?
Oh, wow, and liquor. Okay.
Yeah, it's all booze.
A lot of alcohol.
Well, Becca said she needed a lot of booze to kind of make this thing go. That's just what she said, not what I said. All right, Blue. Well, hey, we appreciate it. We will talk to you again next week.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
That is Bryan Bulaga. He joins us every Wednesday on Wilde and Tausch, and sometimes he fills in for Tausch hosting the whole show.
Indeed, he does, and I'm going to tell you something. Our friends at American Family Insurance, they just keep doing it. They got Dream Drive. That's rolling. Obviously, training camp is finishing up. But I think with the Brewers where they're at, the best sweepstakes that we've seen. Fan experience of a lifetime. Yep, American Family Insurance. They're here to make it happen. Enter the Superfan Tailgate Sweepstakes for your chance to win. This is unbelievable. Pre-game tailgate party for you and 5 friends. Complete. You get not only a DJ, not only do you get field-level tickets, you get a hotel stay, you get great Brewers merch, you get Christian Yelich memorabilia. Woo. This is what puts it over the top. You get a private chef. A private chef at your tailgate? Are you kidding me? Head to amfam.com/brewers. Again, that's amfam.com/brewers. No purchase is necessary. You have until the stroke of midnight on the 25th of August. Again, official rules and entry at amfam.com/brewers.
That's Monday. I think you're looking for an assist.
Is that what it is?
Monday coming up, 25th.
All right.
Live from my house, Wilde and Tausch continues straight ahead in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Wisconsin Volleyball National Champion Devin Robinson. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
What is up, Madison? I'm Hunter Vaughn. Your Sports Center update is brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. It was a tough day down in Chicago for the Brew Crew as they dropped both games to the Cubs. In Game 1 of the doubleheader, Chicago jumped out to an early 5-0 lead after 2 innings. Milwaukee got it to a 5-4 game in the top of the 6th, but then Chicago added another insurance run for the 6-4 final. Then later in the evening, Milwaukee had an early 1-0 lead in Game 2 off of a King Vaughn RBI single. But then it was all Cubs from there, and they ran away with it with a 4-1 victory. The good news is, though, Brewers fans, Milwaukee still has a 7-game lead on the Cubs for the NL Central. Milwaukee's back at it for Game 4 of this 5-game series tonight. Jacob Misiorowski and his 4-1 record and 3.89 ERA is on the mound for the Brew Crew as he takes on Colin Ray for the Cubs. 7:05 first pitch right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch. Jesse and Tausch today. Jason off for the day. He will return tomorrow. He'll tell you all about what he was up to today when he returns to the show tomorrow. We are live from my house for reasons unexplained.
No, it's explained. What do you mean they're unexplained? You didn't want to leave. You didn't want to go into work. You wanted to get your afternoon off to an earlier start, and you used that to get me to come over here. And it worked out well for me, too. So it was good for everybody, but I guess it's good for everybody. It's one of the rare win-wins.
I don't know anyone it isn't good for. Hunter, you're having a good time with this, right? Everything's fine, no issues.
It is fine, and there are no issues. Would I like to produce a show with both hosts here in the studio?
Yeah, I
was
would
hoping
have
for that opportunity.
I would have too.
That would be nice
for sure. I agree, but this worked out.
And I'm still annoyed that Jesse bamboozled me, and I let that one slip by. Felt like I had a 3-1 series lead, and Jesse just snuck up on me there.
Yeah, he LeBron'd you. He blocked you right at the hoop when you thought you had the game-winning layup. That was a goaltend, by the way, by LeBron. His hand hit the rim. Which should have been ruled a goaltend and taken away one of the great blocks in the history of the NBA.
That was just before Wilde and Tausch started as a show. So
is that right? Well, it was a goaltend.
9 years later, I'm glad you got that take in here.
Well, I've had that take for a while.
Mo is off the couch.
No, Mo's back at me.
Say hi to
I like him. Mo's starting to grow on me. As a dog lover, Mo's starting to come around on me.
Yeah, you are a dog lover. We know that. Thank you to everyone expressing your concern in the YouTube comments for Tausch's coffee with no lid. It is
it's a mug.
It is a wood floor.
Different.
So.
It's different with a mug than it is a plastic cup. Right?
Yeah, it's a running thing.
No, I understand.
Hunter,
I understand, and
here.
I still have residue on some of my reads from that.
It does happen.
Are you
Bryan
sure that's
Bulaga-
not from the second time you spilled when you were at the golf outing? Am I getting blamed for something
I
that's
really
not my
feel
fault?
like I need to be meaner to Hunter because, like, Jason has him so intimidated. I don't know why.
Oh, don't blame Jason for this.
No, just hold up a
intimidated
second.
by
No,
Jason.
you are, Hunter, and that's
This
okay.
is absurd.
It's okay because I have friendly banter, and I'm not like I want you to come at me. I don't want it to be like, oh, walk on eggshells around. I don't want that. It's bad radio. It's just not good. But Hunter never goes after Jason like he comes at me. Never.
I literally instigated the power ranking his Facebook marketplace.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I was gone.
Oh, of course.
No, you weren't. You were here for that.
I don't think I was. I digress.
844-770-3776. We did have a solid Brewers conversation to start the show today. We're going to get back to that coming up next before we are joined by Homer. Before we move on to that, Tausch, any takeaways from Bryan Bulaga's appearance, talking Jordan Love
you know what?
injury,
I think
everything?
one of the things, the Jordan Love injury, we have painstakingly just pounded that into submission. Hopefully it's all just a big old nothing burger.
Nice.
And the fact that he'll, be able to go function, do everything that is expected from him, that's the goal. We hope that's the case, and I believe that is what will be the case. I think one of the things that we have been so focused on Jordan Morgan and Sheed and Sean Ryan, this backup center spot and where Monk is at. I would love for Jason, who that is his guy. When they drafted him, even though he didn't watch any film and didn't study it, he said he's the guy.
Jacob Monk, yeah.
I said, okay, great. I hope you're right. He's a Duke kid, right? He's a
Yes.
Duke. So immediately I don't like that part of it. But if he can play, great. The fact that he is not getting opportunities as that backup center, or at least that's what it feels like. I am not at practice like Jason is. Let's do a little bit of a deep dive. Let's get in as this postseason's wrapping, or this preseason is wrapping up. I'd like to learn a little bit more about where we're at with him because he's going to make the team again. They're going to put him in. They didn't put him in Philly. They didn't give him an opportunity. What's his future? Where is his development at? Because this group needs to have somebody, because more than likely Elton Jenkins is going to be playing center here, and this will be his last season. Is it going to be Sean? Sean Ryan's a free agent. That part of this whole thing has been overlooked by the competitions and the development in a positive way from Jordan Morgan. We're not seeing that at the backup center spot, and Elton's getting older. He's fighting the back. You cannot. The reason Goody did what he did this offseason, he does not want to see anything close to that Philly horror show we saw up front where nobody could function. That's why he did what he did, and are we in a better spot if something does happen to that interior part of the O-line? I think you're fine if it's a guard. Center, I don't know if you can feel really strong. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of those positions that Brian Gutekunst is scouring. Like, is there a veteran? Maybe it's Myers. Maybe the Jets aren't going to keep. Maybe that might be the case. Somebody to solidify that spot might be in the mix here from the Green Bay Packers.
I appreciate the insight and giving us all something to watch for in the preseason finale coming up here on Saturday afternoon at Lambeau Field against the Seahawks.
Yeah, this preseason, I am convinced the NFL, they really want to get rid of preseason, and they're doing a heck of a job.
Maybe, what'll make it easier? I'll go get you a Coors Light to watch the game on Saturday.
Is that allowed now that we're off site? We're not in studio?
No,
but
okay,
well,
rules apply.
I will wait until 12 o'clock, whether you're at Jesse's basement doing a radio show, tailgating pregame, celebrating a big win. Coors Light, brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold package. So it is made to chill. Make sure those mountains are blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection. That's why it is always Coors Light in my hand. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
There you go,
yeah,
T.
look at that. It's
There
a
you go.
good-looking can. Look at that.
Mountains are
Those
blue.
Mountains are blue. Just for the record, I will not be drinking that at this point, but maybe later.
We're going to text some of your texts on the state
What
of the
would it
Milwaukee
take for you right now to
Brewers.
shotgun that right on air?
I've retired from that portion of my life.
Why?
I'm not good at it.
Oh.
Fun
Okay.
fact. Bad
Right.
at shotgunning.
Would you get in trouble with HR and the group if you did that right now, even if it's at your house?
Yes.
Even though it's a great partner?
Yes. It's like
Okay.
just because you're at a golf course doesn't mean you could do whatever you want with some of the shows that we do. It doesn't stop you sometimes.
Okay, maybe I was going to say.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
I don't say anything about that. All right.
It's Free Burger Day from George Webb's. We're going to talk about that and check your text on the state of the Brewers after losing both games at the doubleheader with the Cubs yesterday. We'll do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut, and you know how much I've loved Pizza Hut going back to the days when I was a kid, participating in their legendary Book It program. Man, I loved getting those personal pizzas, and Pizza Hut's latest offer has me feeling a blast from the past. Introducing Pizza Hut's $5 crafted flats pizzas. 5 bold, hand-stretched personal pizza recipes, 3 cheese, pepperoni duo, the ultimate, and for a limited time, chicken bacon ranch and Nashville hot chicken. Each of these crafted flats pizzas, just $5. All day, every day, making them perfect options for lunch, dinner, or game day. Order your $5 crafted flats pizza at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. $5 crafted flats pizzas, only at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's no second chances. There's no do-overs. We're definitely primed to take that next step. That's the focus and the goal.
This is your green and gold fix on 100.5 ESPN.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, pain to get to where you want to go.
This green and gold fix is driven by Metro Ford.
With the departure of cornerbacks Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes this offseason, it seems as if two-time All-Pro kick returner and quarterback Keisean Nixon could be elevated to the Packers' top corner this year. After last season's wildcard loss to the Eagles, Nixon said he doesn't want to return kicks anymore. But earlier this week, not the case.
I don't ever want to take myself out of the return game. I know playing corner is like a heavy load on myself already, but I know my ego is not going to let me, game on the line. I'm going with the ball in my hands every day. I don't think nobody can mess with me when I got the ball in my hands.
Nixon certainly exuding confidence ahead of the season, but we will see what the Packers decide come September 7th. I'm Alex Stroh.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well. Born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Hey ESPN Milwaukee fans, Bryan Bulaga here for Surfside. Summer is heating up, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Made with real brewed tea and real vodka, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy no matter what your plans are this weekend. Look for the can with the sunset stripes, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bones. All this time I wasted. You were right there all along. You and I
Jesse and Tausch on Wilde and Tausch, live from my house. Mo has repositioned himself on the couch behind us. He's now sleeping very
Mo's done a nice job. He's done a nice job. He's just a little excited when I first got here.
All dogs are. That's how.
Is that how it
that's
works?
how they work. I'm trying to prepare you for what many of us think is the inevitable. That at some point, you'll,
I hope
you'll
you're
cave
right.
on this.
I hope I do.
Jim on the south side on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line 844-770-3776. I propose a new recurring segment, Wilde and Tausch on the road, visiting a listener's home from a remote broadcast.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to probably go. But I listen, man, I'll never say never. I mean, we obviously were down in the south side of Wisconsin when we did our Kohler demo. Got to rip some stuff up. That was fun. So I am not opposed to, on a rare occasions, going to do that. Yeah, I think it's fun.
Meanwhile, talking Brewers, today is the George Webb's free burger giveaway from 2 to 6 p.m. They are out of vouchers. From Peshtigo to southeast Wisconsin and everywhere in between, they have given out over 100,000 vouchers already. For
so
burgers.
you're talking there's going to be a couple 100,000 burgers being eaten.
Yes. So the vouchers don't include 2 to 6 p.m. today.
Yeah, that's all on the
Yes, so the vouchers you could have collected, and if you got one, that you can go anytime and get your burger, however they did that rule. But 2 to 6 p.m. today, this is the one where you put your Brewers stuff on, you go stand in line, you walk in, you get yourself a nice burger, and you get to celebrate some camaraderie with fellow Brewers fans for a momentous year.
How long will the line get in the George Webb downtown? It'd be a mile?
A mile seems extreme, but maybe. I mean, Brewers feet. We caught Brewers feet.
Because you're going to have to eat lunch before you go. You're not going to wait to 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I
It's going to be like a happy hour type deal.
The George Webb's team did a nice job picking 2 to 6 p.m. as the window for this because I think that was pretty intelligent on their end to help limit some of the traffic coming through the different restaurants. I'd imagine several blocks worth. I don't know if a mile, but I think several blocks.
I don't know, man. The excitement level, the fact there's no Brewer game going on today.
Until 7 o'clock tonight.
No, I mean during that window.
Right, yeah.
I think you factor in the community of it and going and just, Vinny Vitrano from the morning show, we're talking this morning, and his kid who's going to Marquette's telling him, hey, get in line for me. And I'm like, well, how long are you going to wait? How long are you going to wait in line? Because I guarantee you there's people lined up already.
Oh, for sure.
To get in there. But this is, and I said, well, Vince, you're looking at this the wrong way. This is content. You should be man on the street interviewing everybody that's there. I'm sure we're going to have our Maddie and her great team will be out and about figuring that out because everybody is looking for community. That's why sports are great. That's why I love this show. You have people that care deeply about sports, that care deeply about this, and it's a way in a fractured world. It is a way to bring people together, standing in line, talking about your favorite baseball team, and then getting a big, fat, juicy burger. Nothing more American than that.
Nothing more American than that.
Oh, is there?
That was beautiful, Tausch.
No, I mean, what is? The only thing is you fire some fireworks off at 6 o'clock after everybody gets their burger, and you sit there with your family eating a burger with the fireworks in the background. That's America. That's in America.
That's why they want him to be governor, folks. Dave and Aaron on the text line. I think the Brewers – oh, man, the text just left. Here, I really think the rain delay gave the Brewers the old screw job at Wrigley. I really think we could have been up 2-1 in the series had the rain –
Yeah, the rain hurt. There's no doubt about it. But, hey, man, excuses are like you know what. Nobody cares. Deal with it. And we didn't deal great yesterday. But today's a new day. Today's a great day to eat a burger, have some fireworks, and watch the Crew. That's what today's about.
Last Brewers text here before we get to Homer from Tim in Oregon. Do not fry the pitchers. Lose a few to win when it counts. It's paradoxical all the time.
That's a lot of big words.
I don't really throw bombs as a pitcher, take pitches as a hitter. The law of baseball percentages will make this very close. Team attitude is the hallmark of the Brewers, along with pocket pancakes. A lot of different thoughts there from Tim in Oregon.
Paradoxically, I don't fully comprehend that, but I think the point is you don't sweat it. You have a couple of games, didn't go your way. You just what you don't want to do is breathe life back into a team that you had sitting there Monday afternoon you had your heel right there. And unfortunately, the rain pulled you up. And to their credit, they bounced back and are making it interesting. And, the next 2 days will be it's an important couple of days. I don't think you want to poo-poo it and say, oh, even if they lose, they're only 5 up. 5 up and 7 up is a whole different world in the game of baseball.
And Daniel the landscaper says the block LeBron had was legit.
The what?
The block LeBron
had
was
a goal
legit.
You can't touch the rim.
His hand hit after the block, says Daniel. I'll let you. You guys can fight about that on the text line if you'd like to.
Did his hand hit the rim as the ball was released?
I think after you hit the ball, it becomes fair. You can't hit it.
So you can rattle the rim after the ball touches your hand. So you could pull down on the rim and shake the backboard. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for dropping that knowledge to me. I appreciate that.
I shouldn't have read that text. I should have just gone into the other room.
You should have known better, Jesse.
I should have gone into the other room, and I should have grabbed my little bet slip.
You can't hit the rim when you're going to block a shot. It's a goaltend. Period.
Did this to yourself, Jesse.
I did. You're right. He hit the ball first, so that means...
Well, that could be true. I'll have to delve back in and look. All I know that his hand hit the rim, and I know that's goaltending. Now, there could be a timing issue that would maybe say that that's not the case, but they weren't calling that goaltending, I can tell you that. It was too monumental of a play.
All right, let's try this again. I know I've got a good bet slip hitting in the other room right over there. I can go get it if you want me to. Brewers to win the NL Central. From May.
Was that part of ours, or is that yours?
No, that was my own.
Oh, that was your own.
Special.
Smart move by Jesse, and it's a smart move by all. If you like to get in on some action, the new Hard Rock Casino Rockford, 175,000 square feet of gaming, entertainment space, 1,300 slots, 50 live table games, a sports book that I know we had some fun with looking at this upcoming Packers season and Brewers season, and a rock shop. And if you're hungry, today's Wednesday, right?
It is.
Head on down if you're a little bit older. Get down there. Great discounts on meals.
Soon.
Lunch has probably started 2 hours ago at the Hard Rock Casino. You got Council Oak Steaks and Seafood, Brick Italian Kitchen, UU Noodle Bar, Street Tacos, and again, great lunch that Jesse and our team, when we were down there a couple months ago, had at the Hard Rock Cafe. They got it all. Live entertainment venue, 23,000 square feet, different great shows. Terry Bradshaw put on a great show down there as well. Premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois, about, I'd say somewhere from this house, about 55 minutes to an hour, door to door at the Hard Rock Casino, Rockford.
Come join us Saturday morning, ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, preseason special from 10 to noon on stage at the Hard Rock Casino, Rockford. Come and see us on Saturday morning. We're going to be doing that down in Rockford. I will be there, Pablo Iglesias, Adam Mertz, and you never know if we're going to have any other special guests stop by as well. We do have a special guest stopping by next. Homer, back from across the pond, scheduled to
Ahoy, matey!
Nope, that's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here for the great team at Everlight Solar. With Milwaukee making a push for baseball's postseason and the start of a new football season in Green Bay and Madison, there's a bunch of energy and excitement right now all around the state. Speaking of energy, this time of year could be a great time to discover a new way to power your home. Well, how would you like to start saving money while also helping save the planet? Well, all you have to do is make the switch with Everlight Solar. Our family is one of many who have made the switch to solar over the last several years. When we met with the team at Everlight Solar, they outlined the entire process and educated us on the benefits of making the switch. It was super simple. Join us in saving a ton of money and creating a greener environment for our family and the community by switching to solar. Learn more and schedule a free consultation at everlightsolar.com. That's everlightsolar.com.
The Milwaukee Brewers, the Chicago Cubs.
Here's Terang, and he hits one into right, a base hit. Frelick will score. 5-0 Brewers on Terang's RBI single.
Tonight on 100.5 ESPN.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
Summer's not over yet, and neither are the sizzling deals at Metro Kia Madison. Right now, drive home a brand new 2025 Kia Sorento with 0% APR for 48 months. Just $20.83 per $1,000 borrowed. Or plug into the future with the 2025 Kia EV6 with 0% APR for 60 months. $16.67 per $1,000. But hurry, just like summer, these deals end September 2nd. Hurry into Metro Kia Madison today and browse their inventory at metrokiamadison.com.
Madison's financial challenges need a Dane County-based bank. Starion Bank is a full-service community bank that delivers quality big bank services with a local approach. We are proud to be there for any budding entrepreneur or small businesses, helping them exceed their financial goals from banking to lending to cash management. Visit a banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, or Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, taking you farther.
Bump, set, spike.
Wisconsin wins the third set in extra points.
Get ready for another exciting season of Badgers volleyball with a preseason edition of the Kelly Sheffield Show.
Left side, getting rejected is Sire. Another Wisconsin block.
Tune in August 28th at 8 p.m. on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app for the Kelly Sheffield Show. Presented by North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. ESPN Madison is the official home for Wisconsin Badgers women's volleyball.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. You making love or starting the schoolyard fight.
You know what that music means. Back from Ireland,
Should
just
there have
in
been some
time.
bagpipes or something going with Johnny Irish over here?
That would be fun if they could redo this with bagpipe. Not bag. That's not what they do.
No,
in
it's
Ireland.
bagpipes, yeah.
That's Scotland.
Is it Scotland? What's in Ireland, then?
I don't know.
Why don't we ask the guy that was
Beer?
in Ireland?
Shamrocks. Just in time for free George Webb's Burgers. He is back stateside. It is Steve the Homer True. The Homer Hour, weekdays 5 to 6 on ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Beaver Dam. Jesse and Tausch today on Wilde and Tausch. Hi, Homer. Welcome back.
Nice to be back. All you need to know about Ireland is just Notre Dame. They're the Fighting Irish. Everything Notre Dame does, you see in Ireland. Leprechauns, all that kind of stuff. Leprechauns and.
There were actual leprechauns in Ireland. You were there?
Oh yeah, they have condos and stuff. It's really cool. They have a Notre Dame division for people that were Notre Dame leprechauns. It's pretty cool. Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
Ireland's basically like Wisconsin.
Did you do any dancing? What's that dance that they love over there?
No, they do a lot of we had somebody, the women do the dance, and they have a lot of dance teams in Milwaukee, the Irish dance. Yes, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know, but it's like there's a special dance, and I'm sure you you led a group.
Know.
So, Homer, you actually you beat the curve here. You were officially working, but you were vacationing, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't working.
That's what I heard.
Well, what? Again, forget. I'll just get off, and then Tausch can be me and tell me.
Oh, stop! Stop pouting. Will you stop
You
pouting?
want-
God, you're such a pouter.
No, I'm not pouting.
Yeah, you
There's no
are.
Point. You ask me, I said, you go, no. Okay, tell me what I did. Tell me what my role was as so-called leader.
Didn't you organize a group, and the group came in a big part because Steve the Homer True was going to Ireland?
Yes.
Okay.
But only partially.
So, you know
Hold
what?
on.
I
Do
want
get
you to
finish?
apologize.
No, it's
Apologize
not that
to
simple.
me.
No, I don't.
Yes.
You want? No, I'm not apologizing because you haven't. Now I know just how it is. Someone said to me, "You just hold on, let me finish." So now I'm doing on my show. Can I ask a question now? Can I make a statement now, Mark? Can I make one?
Yes,
or not?
Steve.
Am I
Yes.
right?
Steve,
Okay.
go ahead.
So they've been doing tons of these, Colette. They're fabulous with TMJ. Generally, you have like 40-some people. I think the max is 42. I was so influential, we had 23.
Okay.
So they still did it because Colette brought in people from all around the country. Actually, a number of people from Indiana. They were Hoosiers.
Oh.
It was fabulous. A couple people that I knew kind of second or third hand. So, yes, it was my group, but it was so small that they had half of the group wasn't me. They had no idea who I was.
Okay.
My role was, as leader, when we got to the airport, to talk to one girl to tell her we're a group, put our bags together. That's it. During the event in Ireland, the 9 days, I had responsibility to do nothing.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Wow.
Did you get to play any golf? Did you golf?
I did not golf. It was not on the tour. Usually when I travel with my family, or in this case my wife, I never play golf. When I play golf, I go on my own.
Do you wish your
no,
wife golfed? Is that something that you wish you did together?
She was a fantastic golfer in high school, the 1967 district champ in Carroll, Iowa. However, she doesn't play as well, and it is very difficult for her. So I don't know. It'd be like if you tried to play the NFL, pro football now, and you weren't as good.
Yeah,
it would be
that'd be
hard
true.
to do. So
Yep.
she's pretty much retired, but she's got another comeback coming.
Okay.
So.
All right. So, Homer, are you going to go get yourself a burger today? You're Mr. Milwaukee, and this is obviously – why not? It's a huge deal, and I think you should support – you love free stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I am not, but that doesn't
Why?
take away from how great it is.
Why are you not?
I got other stuff to do. The
Like
draft
what?
is tonight.
Tell me what you got. It's 2 to 6. It's 2 to 6. The draft is tonight at like 7-something. Yeah, 2 to 6. You can't
have a show to do.
Yeah,
Nice to know when
5.
you don't even know I have a show.
You got a show 5 to 6. The Homer Hour. Trust
Yes,
me, I know
and
all
have
about
to
it.
be at Potawatomi and
Yeah.
have to get. I have a reputation. I finished second in the league, and so
First
I want to
loser.
do my prep.
It's the first loser.
So everybody else should go to George Webb's. I'm not going.
Okay.
It's a bad day, but it's great what they did.
I would agree.
Are you going?
And,
Are you going?
I'm not in Milwaukee. I'm at Jesse's house.
You
For
want
God's
to drive
sake.
a few miles for this
It's
historic
not
day?
a few miles. If it was,
Yeah.
don't
how
try
far
to.
would-
Hey,
just
don't
out
you
of
try to
curiosity,
flip
how
that
far would
burger
you
on
drive?
me, you little burger flipper.
How far would you drive
Hey, don't
for
you
a free
flip that
burger?
burger on me. Homer, what did you?
Yeah, okay.
What did you
Go ahead.
make of what we saw yesterday? Obviously, it's been an incredible run. You have the Brewers had kind of the foot on the throat after that first game on Monday. The rain came, and then yesterday is really the kind of the first major, I guess not major, but the first real setback. 2 games in a row that this team has lost in forever. Not concerned at all, right?
No, that's the difficult part about baseball. People refuse to understand how many games they play. They still have what? 200 left? How many left do they have in the regular season?
Well, it's like 30-something, I think, right? Low 30s?
Yeah.
30-ish.
Yes,
yeah.
you got tons. And you have talked about this, so the numbers vary, but they have created a nice cushion.
Mm-hmm.
The key to a cushion is you can have a bad stretch, and you still got room. They could lose the next 2. They're fine. They're still up 5 games. And it's hard to explain to baseball unless you maybe played it for that number of games. You just can't worry. I'll give you a great example. When they made the World Series, in the regular season, the Brewers were up by 3 with 4 games to go playing about. They lost 3 games in a row. I mean, they blew this great 82 team. And I asked Robin, well, weren't you scared before the last game? He said, no. They were facing Jim Palmer. I said, why weren't you? He said, nobody could beat us 4 games in a row. We were too good. So the mentality of baseball is it's just a gazillion games, 2 games mean nothing.
Yep.
They lose these two, it means very little. So I'm fascinated to how Murphy, he's already made it clear to me that he wants that team to realize they're the underdogs. He's not allowing, anybody to forget how great the Cubs are. Because in reality, at some point this season, if the Brewers continue with the best record in baseball, they become the Bear. They become.
Homer.
And yet no one can feel comfortable with that because they haven't been there before. But you have the best record in baseball. You're supposed to make the World Series. Doesn't mean you do it every year. And whether the expectations were to win 5 games, at 162, you have earned the respect and the right. But I don't think that the Murphy wants them to be in that mode. I think he wants them to always believe they're, as John Anderson says, they're angry bees, and enough angry bees to take down the bear.
Oh,
Problem
Bears
is,
and bees
they're becoming
and
the Bear.
Cubs.
Yeah.
The problem is you have to be you can't BS. Clubhouses, locker rooms, doesn't matter. When you have the best record in baseball and you have been the best team for the vast majority of the season,
correct.
It's really difficult for me to sit here and say you're an underdog. You have to shoot straight. And if the Milwaukee Brewers end up as the 1 seed, which we all anticipate they do, and I have the best record in baseball, which they're on pace to do, it's really hard for me to sit here and sell to my team that we're underdogs. At some point, embrace the fact that we're really blanking good and we should win. I understand you always want to have that edge, but these guys, all of these guys have had to prove over and over, other than maybe the Miz, that they've had to overcome stuff, and you can't sit and say one thing when it isn't actually the facts of what's happening. Am I crazy to think that?
No, but that's why I'm fascinated to see what Murphy does, because what you say is 100% true. But when your payroll is one whatever it is of the other teams, there's an aspect of it. But
162 games, a big cross-section, a payroll schmayroll, you know?
Yes. I mean, yes and no, given you look at some of the performances of the players. Okay? Vaughn has gone from an ant to a tiger. Well, is he going to be a tiger the whole season, or there's a reason that people didn't think they were that good, because these players have resumes. As a group, they've proven it wrong, the way they play. So I'm curious to see how Murphy goes about this, because, yes, at some point he's going to say kind of what you said, but there's still, as I said, always check Vegas odds or the odds. That will tell you what's really going on.
Where are they, third right now?
Dodgers, they're now third. The Dodgers are still 1. Phillies. Now the Brewers were like 5 or 6 a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So they're earning some respect. But yeah, what I said and what you said are the 2 games. And Murphy, who's he's been doing this forever.
Mm-hmm.
He'll however he figures it out and however he does it, I'm going to approve.
Okay. Homer, my last one for you, and, Twitter's a wonderful thing sometimes.
I've gone a 0% chance that Parsons is the Green Bay Packers.
Of
I
what?
was at -1.
0% chance of what?
0. Of the Cowboys and the Packers.
Micah Parsons.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's 0, but it's closer to 0 than it is to 10. I would agree with you on that. But
you cannot come with any logical explanation on how it occurs. I mean,
the Cowboys lose their mind, and that's happened. And the Packers
don't do this.
No, the Packers would. I agree with you. I'm not saying you're not going to be right, but I'm saying Micah Parsons is different than most players. He fits the Gutenator profile. He's young. He's ascending. He is Xavier McKinney as a pass rusher.
Come on, wait a minute. No. Xavier McKinney, they gave up nothing.
That I understand, but Homer,
you cannot use any comparison that does not.
All right, I
won't.
Okay. They also were. Goody was in the conversation. I know you hate that term on Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
And they were offering they were offering something very similar to what the Bears did. It was the Raiders thinking the Bears stink worse and we'll get a better pick. That's why they picked the. So let's not say it's not possible. I would agree.
Yes,
it's not
very
likely.
The best example you have didn't happen. Think of that.
But that was because the Raiders, the Raiders chose that.
What?
The Raiders picked it, not because the Packers.
You don't even know exactly what the Packers gave. All I'm telling you is
reports
it didn't
were.
Work.
Reports.
Oh, reports were. Oh, now you love reports. Oh, baby, we're cooking.
Depends who's given the. Depends who's given the reportage. All right, last thing for me.
It's never happened since John Hadel.
It's been a while. Yeah, it wasn't a good. That didn't work out great. It's been a while.
Didn't work
but
out
0%.
And I would
know.
emphasize, if you want to talk about Goody, this was at Goody's very beginning when the defense clearly sucked. Because when he didn't do this, if in fact he came that close, the next year they picked up 4 guys.
Yep,
Goody
the Smith
now
boys.
Has his team, his draft choices, and he has done nothing. That it is illegal to mention Xavier McKinney or any player he's acquired.
My point, Homer.
Were no draft picks involved.
I agree. My point is the T.J. Watt and Trey Hendrickson, all of those conversations, the reason that was never happening is age. And at least in this case, if you're going to do something out of character, which this would be, the character part from Goody is young, ascending, getting into their prime. He would, if Micah Parsons was a free agent and it was we got to pay him top dollar, we've seen Goody do this movie before.
If I had hair, I could be
fair.
in a haircutting contest.
All right, okay.
But if he was a free
All right, I'm not.
agent,
Listen,
yes.
I agree to disagree with you on it.
You got to do better than that. You're better than that.
Okay, stop. Last one for me.
You already said last one.
He wouldn't let me talk. He toushed me on my own show, which is crazy.
Don't get pouty.
I'm not pouting. Homer, you went on and tweeted about our interview we had, and you said great interview, which was nice of you.
With Dom Catroni on Monday.
Dom on Monday. And you said the importance of stats, batting average. Nobody talked about it. Stats are important. Oh, this bad on-base percentage. Blah, blah, it's a huge problem. Okay, so you're raving about stats. All right, that's Homer. Literally your next tweet, Arman Jovic about Nigel James. Homer, don't care about stats. Know one thing, he can do it all.
Correct.
That sequence might be the peak of, I don't know if the word hypocrisy. How do you justify yelling at us about not talking stats and then literally pounding us about stats in the next tweet? How can you justify that?
Thanks. Good question. First of all, two different sports.
Oh, God.
Second of all, we are talking about a player. You're talking about a player who has never played at the college level. Okay? So do I give much credence to high school stats for a college basketball player? No. Do I give credibility to baseball stats for someone's major league career, for someone's minor league career? Have I ever used stats from college to determine how good a professional baseball player is going to be? No. There's a huge difference, which you would understand and do understand, but it was a nice try. I give you credit.
No, you know that was peak. That was peak hypocrisy.
No, say they
it
give
was
you
peak
his grade
hypocrisy.
School stats. Say they give you his grade school.
No,
He
come
put 100
on,
points in
Homer.
the AAU game.
Come on.
Yes. What?
Come on. Stats don't matter. Blah, 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 blah. Stats matter. Oh, nope, stats don't matter.
High school stats. You're comparing high school stats to professional baseball stats.
You
realize
are.
What
I
saying?
didn't.
You
did.
Take it back. Go ahead. Take it back.
No, you did. I didn't.
You're making me as a comparing the two. One, I
hypocrisy.
say stats are important, and two, stats are not important, and not recognizing. Hold on.
Stats aren't important when they don't fit your narrative, do they? Stats aren't important if they don't fit your narrative.
What he scored at the age of 2, would you then say, Homer,
oh, come on, Homer. Don't. Homer, you're better than that. Hey, you're better than that. You're better than that.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, I am. You apparently are not.
Oh, gosh. All right, get out of here.
LeBron averaged 25.
Johnny Hypocrisy over there. Thank you, Johnny, for your hypocritical stat take. You can't get around it. And then he tries to go down to 2-year-old. Like, come on.
Well, that's Homer. Weekdays 5 to 6 on ESPN Wisconsin. The Homer Hour. You joined.
I'm still confused. He's got 3 hours to go get a burger. He ain't going to go get a burger.
I will see him tonight at the ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, where he's doing his show. And as this is a common theme throughout the week, you need to arrive early at places to do remote broadcasts to make sure you're set up and ready to go accordingly. And so sometimes you don't get to do some other things you would normally do before the show. I'm on Team Homer.
Sure you are.
I'm
Jesse,
surprised
you show up
he's-
5 minutes before your show.
I got to
You
this,
showed up 3 minutes and it was at your house.
I got to this remote hours before.
I don't know about that, Jimmy.
Okay, speaking of being at our house, so if you're just joining us on YouTube and you're like, what the heck are these guys doing? We are live at my house. We are in the basement. Coming up next during this commercial break on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and on the Wilde and Tausch Facebook page. That's where you can find this. Unfortunately, our other streaming platforms, you can't do this just because of how we're logistically set up. So on those two, the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and the Wilde and Tausch Facebook page, we are going to do Tausch's tour of my house.
Oh, wow. Can't
During
wait.
our
Do I have to be a
commercial
part of that?
You wanted to do it.
Did I want to?
All right, so maybe we're going to do it. Maybe
No,
we're
we'll
going to do it.
Jesse wants to show his house off, and I'm on board. I'd like to see
So
it.
we're gonna give you a minute to get situated. If you want to join us again on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel or on the Facebook page, Wilde and Tausch Facebook page, that's where we're gonna do Tausch's tour of my home. As we get situated for that, Tausch, you want to tell us about Quick Trip?
I do. This fall, life doesn't slow down, and neither does Quick Trip. Whether you're grabbing an iced coffee, a fresh bakery treat, quick meal on the fly, Quick Trip's got you covered. If you need to top off your tank, well, their fully guaranteed fuel has your back. And the perks, free ATMs, free air for your tires, friendly faces, sparkling clean stores, even the bathrooms. And we're going to check out Jesse's bathrooms in his house to see if they're as clean as Quick Trip's. Not a Quick Rewards member yet? What are you doing? You're missing out. Sign up today. Start earning discounts on fuel, future purchases. Even enter exclusive sweepstakes. Swing by and make life a little less hectic. Only at Quick Trip. And if you're craving convenience, I know I am, order ahead in the Quick Rewards app. Pick your favorite. Fried chicken, pizza, take-home meals. Pay ahead, grab it in store, curbside, simple, fast, and all your favorites ready when you are. Plus, don't miss this week's Quick Hot Savings, August 18th through the 25th. Nature's Touch milk, $2.99 a gallon. You can get 3. Nature's Touch American cheese singles, $1.99 for a 12-ounce package. You can get 4. Nature's Touch cream cheese, 99 cents, limit 4. And that beautiful Applewood smoked bacon, 2 for $5. Life is busy. Quick Trip gets it. Fill up, fuel up, grab everything you need, and we'll see you next time.
The tour continues on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and the Wilde and Tausch Facebook page over this commercial break. For the rest of you, we'll be back in 4 minutes. Don't go anywhere. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers.
When I was thinking about the tour of the house, the storage room was not really one of the.
Life's work.
Yeah, a lot of storage. We got the holiday decor.
Good ornaments.
You are totally going to trip over that to
No, I
kick
won't.
us off the air here
This
in a
is
minute.
nice. This is your garage, your
That's our
basement.
our
fridge.
basement fridge. Yeah,
What we got in here?
quarter cow in there,
Wow.
among other things.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at this. Get in here. Bring this. This is from the meat raffle. Look at all this stuff. And then Jones Dairy. You got that good Canadian bacon. That's good.
Yeah.
You got a lot of bacon.
Did not think we were going to go through the freezer
And
today.
you got all kinds of. Look at all that. Look at all those steaks. Is that all meat raffle? Where'd you get all
a
those
lot
steaks
of.
from?
We ordered a quarter cow because we don't win much at the meat raffle these
Sure.
days anymore.
Where
But
is
yes,
the stuff
there
from
was some.
Joe, and why didn't I get any? That good way. Give me some of that good wagyu.
Well, we haven't gotten the Hall of Fame beef just yet.
Wait, Joe hasn't got yet. Look at all that soda.
Yeah, good stuff. A lot of Pepsi products.
All right.
All right, we're going to go upstairs now. I have a feeling we're not going to make the whole thing in
Okay.
4 minutes here. This is going to be a little tricky. So here we go for the upstairs portion of the tour.
Now, what do you got?
So this is the living room / kitchen. This was heavily criticized by Ben Brust a couple of years ago for
What did he have to say?
the blank wall space.
Yeah,
It
why
was
don't you have any
heavily
pictures?
criticized? We did some painting and we were just trying to figure out what to
What
put
do you
up
mean?
there.
How many years you been in the house?
I mean, we weren't exactly sure.
No, how many years you been in the house?
3 years now, thanks to Stacy Bruner and the great team at Bruner
How
Realty.
about Irish?
Iric and
So
Nations
this is
Lending.
where
Yes.
Becca gets to watch TV, and then you go on your phone and like sit right by the fireplace.
Well, now we have the very big TV downstairs that has replaced the baby phone. We don't need that
Okay.
like we did at the apartment. Our outside view here is one of my favorites.
That's beautiful. Nice pond.
Yeah, nice.
You do any fishing back there?
No fishing. One of the dogs went in it one time from one of the neighbors, so we had to go fish him out. I guess if that counts.
Okay.
But we love the backyard. It's
Beautiful backyard. Yeah, you got a really nice backyard.
Here's the whole kitchen.
Beautiful. It's nice. You got the old school radio by the night.
Yeah, I listen to that. Milwaukee Brewers baseball when I'm doing dishes all the time.
What else you got? Let's you gonna show us where all the magic happens?
Sure. If by that you mean the bathroom, then yes, here's a bathroom. And then 3 bedrooms back here. So we got a guest room here.
That looks nice.
Room 1,
Yeah.
guest room 2.
There's the magic.
And master bedroom.
Oh, then show that so Jason can actually see what your wedding looked like.
Yeah, that was our wedding.
Yeah, there
There's
you go.
pictures of
All right.
our great day. And I think it's time for us to go back to the show.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go do that.
Let's go.
That's our tour of the home.
Great tour.
What'd you think, Tausch?
You got a beautiful place here, Jesse. It looks great.
Aw, thanks. All right, more Wilde and Tausch coming up in just a minute.
Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Electric bills are out of control, but with federal incentives, you can go solar with zero upfront cost and start saving hundreds a month. Badgerland Exteriors and Solar is a local and family-owned company, and they make the switch to solar simple. No pressure, no hassle, just honest.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Let's make tonight the weekend. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. Got no reason not to celebrate. Baby, I just don't wanna wait. Tonight's the weekend. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait.
Well, for those of you who are with us on the YouTube channel, some of you appeared to enjoy the tour of my home.
Was there some negativity on there?
Well, there's always some negativity
Yeah,
on YouTube
that's part of the
comments.
deal.
Jackrabbit Mama appears to have really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I miss Jackrabbit Mom. I got to get down to the Milwaukee studio and see her again soon. Well done.
Jackrabbit Mama scheduled to appear in our fantasy football league.
Oh, is she
tonight
on the
for
squad?
Wilde. She is
she'll be
scheduled
good.
to be in this year, yeah.
Make sure you don't make that mistake. I just saw somebody wanted Bijan Robinson, and they took Brian Robinson.
Oh, classic.
Don't want to do that.
Don't want to do that. Some of you pointing out the turtle pond in the backyard was featured. Yes, that is true. A lot of turtles come from there. And the amount of
Is
you...
that a turtle graveyard?
No, they're alive and well out at the pond. Our backyard, I don't know.
As far as you know, right?
The amount of you who had comments about Tausch opening our basement freezer is alarming.
They didn't like that?
They thought something was going to pop out of there.
Like what? What were they expecting?
Well, we did have kind of a shaky cam, so I guess they could have thought you were going
think
for a horror movie.
Like there was like an
vibe.
old corpse like digging out?
That is what some people are speculating was going to pop out of the freezer.
That would have been actually really funny if we had that. That would have been good planning. No, that would have been good planning. Like if Becca had her arm and she was just like, ah! And she scared everybody, that would have been really good. But that's not what happened.
That is not what happened on our tour. The show continues live from my house coming up in 2 minutes. Tausch, first tell us about Tito's Vodka.
Oh, Tito's Vodka. Yeah, you got
there.
some good Tito's, of course. You know I love three things: football, firing up the grill, and a great cocktail in my hand. And when it's time to kick back, whether you're tailgating, watching from the couch, grilling with buddies, Tito's Handmade Vodka is my go-to. When I'm out golfing, I love that little transfusion drink with the grape juice. Can also just go Gatorade to kind of continue to rehydrate, but make sure it is always Tito's that you're mixing with. And the other great thing about Tito's, where's our beautiful little doggy? Where's that little puke little doggy?
Down here like a good boy.
Tito's gives back in a big way and partners with nonprofits, and you know what they love doing? They love taking care of our four-legged friends. So next time you're raising a glass, make it with Tito's Handmade Vodka, distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Incorporated, Austin, Texas. Savor that Tito's responsibly.
Power rankings coming up in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with a refreshing offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. My new friend Chris from Oostburg is one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it, and disposes it before installing your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
It's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
What is up, Madison? I'm Hunter Vaughn. Your Sports Center update is brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app, home to all of your favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows at the touch of a fingertip. Plus, find featured content, enter contests, and more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple and Android app stores today. It was a tough day down in Chicago for the Brew Crew as they dropped both games of a doubleheader to the Chicago Cubs. In Game 1, Chicago jumped out to an early 5-0 lead after 2 innings. Milwaukee got it to a 5-4 game in the top of the 6th, but then Chicago added another insurance run for the 6-4 victory. In Game 2, Milwaukee had an early 1-0 lead coming off of a Andrew Vaughn RBI single, but then it was all Cubs from there as they came away with the 4-1 win and the sweep on the day. Good news, though, Brewers fans. Milwaukee still has a 7-game lead on the Cubs for first in the NL Central. Milwaukee and Chicago are back at it tonight for a 7:05 first pitch. Jacob Mizorowski's on the mound for the Brew Crew.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour, live from my house. Jesse and Tausch on Wilde and Tausch. No Jason today. He is back tomorrow. For those of you who miss him, he will return. The final open Packers practice of 2025 training camp tomorrow with the Seattle Seahawks. Joint practice up in Green Bay tomorrow. Jason will be there. He'll be sharing all the insights he has on the Green Bay Packers when he returns.
They look it
tomorrow.
up there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. How's the ESPN NFL preseason power ranks looking? Power rankings.
I don't know. I haven't taken a look at them. So
I don't know. Well, let me tell you, Tausch. Hunter, you have any special music you got in early to make for this?
I did. I had to take after you and actually put some time in on some music.
You love to hear it.
That's fun.
So there's a shakeup for the Green Bay Packers in the preseason
After that
power
big
rankings.
win versus the Colts, huh?
I don't know if it was influenced by the win, but I will tell you this. The Green Bay Packers opened training camp ranked 8th in the preseason power rankings. They are up to number 7.
Oh, nice.
Leapfrogging the Los Angeles Rams.
Staffy.
So the Rams and the Packers have traded places, so the Packers now 1 up on another NFC opponent. That leaves the Commanders, Lions, and Eagles ranked ahead of them as NFC opponents.
Yeah, I don't have any problem. The Eagles should be. Detroit should be. The Commanders, we were talking, I don't know if it was on air or off air, kind of that they feel like they're destined to slip a little bit. they obviously are going to be coming to Green Bay really early, that Thursday night of week 2. And I would think, and I don't know enough about their defense to give you a ton. I know their top wideout unhappy with his contract, and I think that O-line is dicey. It's very dicey. So Washington, I think their quarterback is really good. I think he obviously had a great rookie campaign. I always want to see that second year because quarterbacks, they can come on and you can see what they do in college, but you don't necessarily know how their new NFL team is going to utilize them. You have all these coordinators now with a lot of tape on Jaden Daniels. And not to say you're going to see him get shut down, but I would bet you're going to see more people around him. That people gave him too much space to operate last year. I would think there's going to be a little bit of a tough transition here for him, and I wouldn't be shocked. I would not put the Commanders ahead of Green Bay as we sit here right now.
So here are your rankings. Number 1, Philadelphia, the reigning champs.
Yep, they deserve it.
Number 2, Kansas City.
Yep.
Number 3, Buffalo.
No problem with that.
Number 4, Baltimore.
No problem with that.
So the top 4 were good. Number 5, Detroit.
No problem with that.
Number 6, Washington.
Little problem. I'm not like uproariously angry about.
Would you put the Packers ahead of Washington?
I just said I would, yes.
Okay, just double checking. So then...
you double checking. I just did a 3-minute diatribe about why I thought they should.
Yeah, great insight. Number 7, the Packers.
Hey, do you think would you put the Packers ahead of the Commanders or not?
Number 8, the Rams. Number 9, Cincinnati. And number 10, the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I would not have Cincinnati until they can prove that they can play defense. They're not a top 10 team. They didn't make the playoffs. They didn't do it. They didn't do anything to get better this last offseason. What did they do to get better? They alienated their best defensive player, and he's not even practiced a rep. He hasn't.
They made their quarterback happy outside of Trey Hendrickson. They made their quarterback happy.
He had both guys last year.
Yeah, and he's got.
Is the O-line better? If the O-line's better, okay, we can have a conversation, but Cincinnati's not a top 10 team as we sit here right now. No, they can prove that they are, but I think that defense, they got rid of their defensive coordinator, who I thought was really good. And I don't know, they added the one draft pick that they couldn't figure out how to get him into camp until 2 weeks into it. So, good luck. I think Cincinnati's in for it a little bit. You don't need to be a juggernaut on defense, but you can't be as bad as I think they're going to be.
So, along with the rankings over at ESPN.com, we also have...
The Rams scenario is super interesting. They moved back. Stafford, I think they're going to end up looking back and saying, we should have traded him this offseason. He's beat up. He's had a hard time finishing seasons. He's getting old. He took a lot of shrapnel in Detroit. He took a lot. He's still a good – when he can stay healthy and just sit in the pocket and wing it, he's great. You get a bad back. They have Devontae. They got Sean McVay. There's a lot of things to like. Does anybody really think that Matthew Stafford's going to go 17 weeks this season? I don't.
No, but I think he could miss time in the middle and be good for a postseason.
You're going to put Jimmy G? You think Jimmy G? Devontae Adams begged to get away from Jimmy G.
Jimmy G got to a Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Yeah, that might as well be 16. That doesn't do it. I look at where they're at. They have the skill guys. Sean McVay's a great coach. Jimmy Garoppolo, that's not Matthew Stafford. The Rams, if Stafford can't stay healthy, they're not a playoff team.
Along with the rankings, the ESPN NFL Nation reporters answered who's under the most pressure for each team this year. How do you answer that question? And then I'll tell you how Rob Domofsky answered the question. Who's under the most pressure?
Green Bay Packers, who's under the most pressure this season? I think Matt LaFleur.
That is what my gut instinct was as well. I think it depends on what your definition of pressure is. Is your definition job security, public narrative, or emerging as a player at the
Here's what I would
look
at. I think you could factor it in, and that the beautiful part of these little deals are that they're super subjective. Matt LaFleur is looking at this, and I think last year his offense finished the season crummy. Like the numbers will say that they were fine and it wasn't, but the eye test tells you its last 3 or 4 weeks of the season was bleh. Playoff game, bleh. Bears game, bleh. And that is his specialty. He rectified the defensive side of the ball by getting rid of Old Boy and bringing in Hafley, and that has proven to be, I think, a very good move. He solidified things. There's talent there. He's got a quarterback that I think most of us believe can be a really good player in this league. And now it's up to him to figure out, how do I marry the Josh Jacobs component to this with Jordan Love and make this offense so that I'm not sitting here in December and January talking about how sloppy we are as a group. That's on him. And you factor in the financial side and the contract side, he's 2 years left on his deal. This year is going to go a long way to say he's going to be the coach for the next 5 or 6, or if he's going to get lame ducked. So there's a lot of pressure on Matt LaFleur.
I agree. Rob says Keisean Nixon taking over as CB1 with Jair Alexander gone. Nixon might get the chance. Sure, the Packers signed Nate Hobbs in free agency, and defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley plays a high amount of zone coverage, but Nixon will be counted on to shut down opposing receivers. The question is, can he deliver?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously going to be some pressure on him, but I don't think it's even close that there's more pressure on the offense as far as what they're going to look like, and that's Matt LaFleur's baby. So I disagree with Rob a lot. I disagree with him on this.
Time now for trivia. 844-770-3776. That's the phone number to call in.
Is Edgerrin Cooper?
No. Like, Edgerrin Cooper's a guy that you want to see evolve and become a defensive player of the year type candidate. But I wouldn't say there's pressure to do that. There's the optimism.
I think there's pressure on Rashawn Gary. I think there's pressure on Lucas Van Ness.
Definitely.
There's a lot of. This is a pivotal year for a lot of guys' careers.
It's a prove-it year for many people.
Absolutely.
844-770-3776. Hunter, since everyone always makes fun of me for giving whoever's filling in producing a tough time answering the phones, what phone caller number would you like to answer for Wisconsin Geography Wednesday today?
Well, since the Brewers have a 7-game lead in the NL Central, let's go caller 7.
Oh, nice. That's also where the Packers are in the power rankings. Number 7, caller 7, 844-770-3776. It is Wisconsin Geography Wednesday. We will play trivia coming up. Tausch, tell us about UW Credit Union.
Oh, UW Credit Union for every stage of life. UW Credit Union is here forever. You proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They'll help you reach your financial goals, and if you want to keep your banking local like I do, well, UW Credit Union does that. They love their member-first service and great perks like early payday. But between us, Bucky, even though he gave me a concussion, I can't say no to that pretty face. I can say no to that really hard nose that he has, but I can't say no to that pretty face. And if you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fan will make you do crazy things, but boy, does this make sense. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card, like I did, federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
We're going to have you and Bucky talk that out before the season starts next week. That's going to be important for you guys to get on the same page after that.
That was a physical day down there.
At the ESPN Madison Open. Caller 7, Wilde and Tausch Trivia, Wisconsin Geography Wednesday, next on Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Grassland butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
The biggest games.
Back-to-back state championships. Still going, lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Wanakee.
The most compelling stories.
Where are you going to be playing basketball next year?
I'm proud and excited to announce that I'll be going to the University of Charleston.
We are now joined by the Executive Director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. A customizable homepage, easier and quicker live listening. Your shows at the touch of a fingertip.
Unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see, Green Bay is going to run this thing back, and you hope that these other guys will emerge.
Available in Apple and Android app stores. Your one-stop shop for ESPN Wisconsin. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
This August, guests at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison are diving into the sea in search of a treasure trove of cash. So come on by and seek your fortune. Starting at 6 p.m. on Saturday, August 30th, 24 winners will each select a cash prize of up to $5,000. Then at 9 p.m., one grand prize winner will swim away with $20,000 in cash. The treasure chest is full, so dive into the fun at
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honey's. This summer, soak up the sun and savor the flavor at Buck and Honey's. Their spacious patios are the ideal spot to enjoy award-winning dishes, craft cocktails, in an unbeatable atmosphere. Perfect for a casual lunch or a night out with friends. Plus, with fresh seasonal dishes and exceptional service, they're here to make every visit special. Visit their locations in Sun Prairie, Monona, Wanakee, or Mount Horeb. Celebrate summer the right way, on the patio with great company. I'll see you at Buck and Honey's.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Live from my house, it's Jesse and Tausch on Wilde and Tausch. Jason's back tomorrow, and he's missing out.
We probably need to do a tour of the downstairs. We got your upstairs. We got your into your master bedroom where you proclaimed all the magic happens.
No, that was you.
You agreed?
Uh-huh.
Has Becca texted you at all?
She has.
What has she said? She's excited
Are
about
you giving a tour of our house?
Is she excited about you showing off your house?
No.
She's not?
She is not.
I'm very surprised by that.
Yeah.
The nice thing is,
conversation had a team meeting when she gets back.
Is the house always this clean, or did you specifically clean it?
Well,
he cleaned.
Because it is clean. It looks great.
So we keep a clean house. I thought this was going to come up at the start of the show. We keep a clean house.
Okay.
Becca, once I told her yesterday we were actually doing this, said,
Sure.
well, we need to clean the house.
Yeah.
I said, no, we don't. I think there's a difference between like cleaning when the guys are coming over and cleaning when your parents are coming over and cleaning when you're hosting your entire family.
Yeah.
And I don't think we needed to go into clean like we're hosting the entire family.
You definitely didn't.
But we did.
It looks great.
So, yeah, we did a few extra cleaning things we wouldn't normally do.
Okay.
But it's not that drastically different. We keep a clean house.
If you think about time wasting, and I understand everybody wants to put up a good impression, you just think about when you have your family come up and everybody's, clean this, and then literally 30 minutes into it, everything's disheveled.
Yep.
Food's on the floor, and you're like, that, just because then you can say, well, the house was clean. That's a whole nother story for another day.
We have a first-time contestant for Wilde and Tausch Trivia on a Wisconsin Geography Wednesday. That is fun for a lot of reasons. Let's welcome in Nick in Madison. Nick, welcome to Wilde and Tausch, and if you're on the video stream, to my house. How are you?
Doing pretty good. How about you guys?
Awesome.
A pretty good day.
I'm going to steal one of these Wagyu steaks from Jesse's meat freezer.
Good for you.
Good-looking Wagyu beef in there.
Wisconsin Geography Wednesday for Nick and Madison, our first-time contestant. I will ask question 1. Tausch, you're actually going to participate?
What do you mean, actually? If it's not...
You never ask
just
geography
wait a second.
questions.
Today is Geography Wednesday. I'm taking the day, yeah.
All right, you can play along.
I
I'll
forgot
ask them all.
today's
That's
Wednesday.
Why I was asking
All right.
Question 1, Nick. If Jason was on a pickleball kick and he wanted to drive from the Pickler in Green Bay to the new Pickler location, celebrating its grand opening this week in Menominee Falls, which interstate highway, which goes through Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, and Allenton, would Jason drive south on to get there?
There's two of them.
Green Bay to Menominee Falls, he's going south on which highway? Is it I-41, I-94, or I-565 Analytics?
That last one's fun.
I'm going to go with the first option.
I-41 is what Nick and Madison says.
That's correct, right?
It is correct, yeah.
So what if you had I-43 on there? You could also go that route, couldn't you?
It would be kind of going. It wouldn't go through Menominee Falls, and that's why I very specifically said through Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, and Allenton.
I know the Oshkosh part threw me off.
Yeah,
All right, well
43
done.
does not go that way.
Nicely done.
Nick's on the board. Question 2, longitudinally, which of these Wisconsin high schools, each ranked number 1 in the ESPN Wisconsin preseason high school football media poll, is located farthest east?
Ooh.
Who is farthest east? Is it Stratford, number 1 in the small division
Know
poll?
where that is.
Catholic Memorial, number 1 in the medium division poll.
I think I know where that is.
Or Muskego, ranked number 1 in the large division poll. Stratford, Catholic Memorial, or Muskego? Which school is farthest east, Nick?
Well, let's see. I don't know Stratford. I do know Muskego and Catholic Memorial, though. I used to go there. I'm going to go with CMH, Catholic Memorial.
Tausch?
I think I'm going Muskego.
One of you is right. And unfortunately, it is not Nick and Madison. Muskego, by a smidge further east than Waukesha.
Yeah, I feel like
Catholic Memorial
I feel
is.
like I would double check that.
Okay, you.
No,
go-
I'm not going to. I'm saying. Yeah,
I'll work on it in the break.
I would bet it's
right.
closer than it should be, but I'm going to trust that you're right. Stratford is a little bit more west.
It's a little west of
Yes.
Wausau. Yeah. Chance to bounce back with question 3, Nick. The city of Wisconsin Rapids was originally known by a different name.
Is that right?
But it was changed in 1920 due to valuable mail being sent to another major U.S. city with the same name. From 1900 to 1920, what was the original name of Wisconsin Rapids?
I am intrigued to find this out. This is my old neighborhood.
Was it Providence, Charlotte, or Grand Rapids?
Tough one.
I'll go with Providence. I'll go with A.
Providence is the guess from
I'm
Nick.
going to go because it's Rapids. I'm saying Grand Rapids. I don't think they're going to recreate the wheel here.
You don't think that'd be a little too on the nose?
Nope.
Well, you saw through it. Little bit of a trick question. Grand Rapids was the original name of Wisconsin Rapids.
Yeah.
And all the mail was going to Grand Rapids, Michigan,
I
and they
can
said
see
we
that.
should change that, and so it
Smart
became
move.
Wisconsin Rapids.
Smart move.
Good move. Kudos to everyone from 1900 to 1920 for figuring that one out.
The Gatsby's. That was the Gatsby era.
Nick, we were a little tricky. We will officially review question 2, but as it stands now, you have 2 of the possible 4 entries.
I checked the tape, and Muskego is barely further east.
Okay.
But it is further east, and that's what matters. Sorry, Nick. 2 of the possible 4 entries for the ESPN Wisconsin prize pack, but a first-time contestant and a job well done. Thanks for playing. Thanks for tuning in.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Nick and Madison, our first-time contestant. And you learned something today.
I did. That was interesting. And the naming of cities and roads, and I just think we could be a lot better.
You've made that clear over time.
Northeast First East Street. Come on. We're better.
Rochester, Minnesota is the worst with that.
Explain.
Their streets
I
are
have family
terrible.
up in Rochester. Tell me more.
They, like you were just saying, have a bunch of streets that are like second northeast South Street, but then they'll have a northwest South Street. And then
there's nothing
ridiculous.
worse. Just come up with something,
It's
especially
terrible.
at that great hospital up there.
Yeah.
Like you can go mayo. You can start going different types of mayo. Get some creativity about yourself.
Types of mayo?
Yes.
Or other condiments.
We don't need to just be so diabolically boring that we have to go northeast, eastern, west. Like, come on. Dunkerville Lane. Like, I can literally just go off of this box and say Natural Street, Netwade Avenue, Outs Boulevard, 6 Count. Like, this isn't hard. There's words everywhere. Look at all that booze you got up there. Tito's Lane, Prize Picks Avenue. Like, it's not that hard, guys. It's also not that hard to jump into Prize Picks, especially with these sweet deals they get going. Who are the freebies again?
Avery Johnson of Kansas State,
Okay.
Dak Prescott of the Cowboys.
0.5 yards. That's always the fun one. You got preseason football if you're still into that. That's this week. Prize Picks has it all. It's simple. Pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get it picked right, you can cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. Prize Picks is the best way to make action on sports in more than 40 states, including Wisconsin. And they got that flex play. They also have the easiest ways. You got Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, easy deposits into your account throughout the football season. And you know what? Everybody that's listening, you got sports opinions. I don't think Stafford and the Rams. I think it's going to be Struggle City. Jesse, who are you just kind of Jaden Daniels? You don't think,
Yeah.
You know what? We all got these bold takes. Put a little down on it. Let's have a little fun. That's what you think. Turn your sports opinions into real cash. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that code WI. You get $50 in lineups. All you got to do is play your first $5 lineup. Again, use that code WI for $50 in your lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. And you got all those fun season-long NFL picks that you can look at. Got all of it. Get into it. Prize Picks, you can run your game.
We'll take a drive down Producer Boulevard with Hunter Vaughn leading us in Whoa Nelly. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member-first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's no second chances. There's no do-overs. We're definitely primed to take that next step. That's the focus and the goal.
This is your Green and Gold Fix on 100.5 ESPN.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, pain to get to where you want to go.
This Green and Gold Fix is driven by Metro Ford.
With the departure of cornerbacks Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes this offseason, it seems as if two-time All-Pro kick returner and cornerback Keisean Nixon could be elevated to the Packers' top corner this year. After last season's wildcard loss to the Eagles, Nixon said he doesn't want to return kicks anymore. But earlier this week, not the case.
I don't ever want to take myself out of the return game. I know playing corner is like a heavy load on myself already, but I know my ego is not going to let me, game on the line. I'm going with the ball in my hands every day. I don't think nobody can mess with me when I got the ball in my hands.
Nixon certainly exuding confidence ahead of the season, but we will see what the Packers decide come September 7th. I'm Alex Stroh.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well. Born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Hi, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network. Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows, too. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
When you tell me I'm a wreck, you say that I'm a mess. How could you expect anything less? You latched onto me, then cried how strong you alone. I told you when you asked, I knew this wouldn't last. At least I could be honest.
Please get a picture with Tausch cuddling with the dog. Would make for good show content. Justin and Fort Atkinson.
That would be cute.
I don't think
we could get a picture with your beautiful pup.
Yeah, he's playing with his seahorse toy over on the couch right now. Live from my house, Jesse and Tausch on Wilde and Tausch. Jason's back tomorrow. Hunter Vaughn is our cousin sub of the day producing. Let's get to Whoa Hunter.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocco's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
Well, because on Monday I apparently didn't have enough content, I've got 4 things for you here, Tausch. Okay?
Wow. Okay.
Starting off this Friday, I'll be on the call with the Dean, Dennis Summerow, for Prep Mania. We'll be over in Lake Mills for the Lakeside Lutheran Lake Mills game.
Big one.
That rivalry game they call the Slider Bowl. So I wanted to know, what is the best nicknamed rivalry game?
Give us some choices.
Well, like Michigan, Ohio State is just the game. Auburn, Alabama is the Iron Bowl.
The Red River rivalry.
Yeah, Red River's pretty good.
The Civil War, Oregon State.
Farmageddon, Iowa State, Kansas State.
Farmageddon's pretty good.
Yeah, Farmageddon's good. What is the Wisconsin-Minnesota game called? Is this the Axe game?
The Battle for the Axe.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Say Stanford Cal's also the game.
Well, how can they have 2 the games? That doesn't make any sense.
This goes back to my road conversation. Like, What are we doing? We have all this AI and all this creativity, and this is what we come up with? Cream Dream Dunker Lane. Like, I mean, that should be easy. No, Southwest. The game. I'm out. No, I think you could. Farmageddon's good. The accent, all that stuff. All this, that's what's beautiful about college football. And I think high school, you have really good rivalries too. Not all of them have great names, but I think AI. I think you can start plugging stuff into AI, and that might be able to help you come up with better names. Be one of the plus things about AI.
There you go. Hunter, how'd that go? Better than the other day so far?
So far, a better start. Jesse, any thoughts on rivalries?
I like the Red River rivalry. I know it used to be called the Red River Shootout, the Red River rivalry, because no one can say it right, so everyone likes to say it real fast and say it. And then if you get,
you know what? I'm going to change mine. The big cocktail party, Florida, Georgia.
That is a good one. Yeah, the cocktail party. That's a good one too.
Whoa, Nelly!
Sticking with college football, I saw a tweet asking what your favorite college football play of all time. So obviously excluding the David Gilreath opening kickoff against Ohio State.
Wow, why can't we pick that one?
Because that's obviously going to be our favorite, and that's a runaway.
It's not my favorite.
Okay, what was your favorite?
Ron Dane's run.
Oh, true.
Mine is actually, is it bad that my favorite college football play of all time I can't? Well, I have two. The Boise State hook and ladder to tie the game at the end of regulation in the Fiesta Bowl against Oklahoma. Love that one. I was cheering for Boise State because my aunt lived out in Boise well before they became what they are. So that was a really cool thing for me. And then also when Wisconsin blocked the punt to complete the big comeback win at Minnesota in the Metrodome in 03, 05, one of those years. In the back of the end zone, block the punt, recover it, take the lead with like 20 seconds left. That was one of the craziest plays I've ever seen.
See, I was going to go with that one. My number two is the band is out on the field, Cal Stanford.
That was in the game, I hear. Yeah.
Whoa, Nelly!
One more? Yeah, I've got one more here for us. I have an issue on my car. I've had some other issues with my car. Those are fixed. There is a spider that has decided to make a nest between my window and my side mirror on the driver's side. And I don't have a problem like trying to kill the spider or anything, but any time that I see it is while I'm driving in like a spot downtown where I can't like get my hand out the window to try and knock it off or anything. And then it goes back behind the mirror in that like side mirror housing. How do I get the spider out from there? Because I don't want to kill it because I'm like, spiders are like whatever, like they take care of insects, they're good, but I can never get to it at a good time. I don't know what to do.
Sing that song. Just sing that song and figure it out. Sing the song in a gentle way and figure it out.
Itsy bitsy spider? Is that
it went back the mirror spout. Yeah, figure it out that way.
See,
and by the way, why you don't want to kill spiders because they're
just kill the spider. Just take a paper towel and kill the spider.
They eat insects. Like they take like it's not.
It's not doing anything if it's hiding on your car.
Unless it's Charlotte, Save and Wilbur, I don't have a problem killing a spider. You know, if Charlotte, that whole book, I love the book. One of my all-time favorite books. Great story. Love the whole thing. But you have spiders in your house, or if you're out and about, like Home Alone, you don't think old boy should have killed that spider? Of course he should have. And what'd that spider do? Bit him, caused him all kinds of pain.
A tarantula is different than a little spider.
Is it?
It is.
But spiders are spiders. Spider banana XY hook.
I think it's safe to say the struggles for this segment continue.
I didn't think. I thought this was a good segment.
I feel like this was better than Monday.
You did?
Oh, yeah. Well, Monday was. Monday
I
wasn't
couldn't
good.
go any lower than Monday.
Monday
I just
sucked.
didn't talk.
Monday was rough.
Yep, I had a rough outing. I feel like I improved.
But you bounced
We're getting
back,
better.
hopefully, just like the Miz does this afternoon.
Exactly.
It's almost time, Tausch, to go grab one of those Coors Lights out of the beer fridge down here in my basement.
Oh,
after the
indeed,
show.
and we're going to get ready for a Brewer game. You got a beautiful afternoon ahead of us. Coors Light is brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold packaged, because it is made to chill. Make sure those mountains are blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection. Refreshingly cold and only 102 calories. Coors Light, made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, a Golden, Colorado.
We wrap the show up from the basement. Looking ahead to Brewers-Cubs tonight. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. A pivotal season, year number 3, crucial for Luke Fickell. Can he help Wisconsin return to bowl eligibility and beyond? Legendary coach Barry Alvarez putting his faith in Fickell, his reasoning on the kickoff episode of the Barry Alvarez Show.
We have the right person in charge. Luke understands the Big Ten. He knows how to win. I think he has his feet on the ground. Wisconsin's a difficult place. I mean, you have to understand this place as far as where to recruit, where, with the type of players that fit here, the type of football that can win here.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family-owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Summer's not over yet, and neither are the sizzling deals at Metro Kia Madison. Right now, drive home a brand new 2025 Kia Sorento with 0% APR for 48 months. Just $20.83 per $1,000 borrowed. Or plug into the future with the 2025 Kia EV6 with 0% APR for 60 months. $16.67 per $1,000. But hurry, just like summer, these deals end September 2nd. Hurry into Metro Kia Madison today and browse their inventory at metrokiamadison.com.
Something special's brewing in Milwaukee.
Fly ball to deep right. It is back. Out of here!
Madison's home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball. 100.5 ESPN.
You can't make it up.
Hold on, I don't wanna know what it's like when you're gone. I don't wanna move on. I don't wanna know what it's like when you're gone for good. You're slipping through my fingertips.
Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. Tim in Oregon. Outstanding show today, fellas. Matt in West Bend, can we get a tour of Tausch's house tomorrow? I will answer for him, no. We will not be doing that tomorrow. You have now done shows in my basement and Jason's basement.
That is correct,
today.
yes.
How would you rate your experience? How would you leave a review on Airbnb?
Jason's basement's nice. It's just clutter on clutter, and it's more congested here. Got to walk around, got to check out your freezer, everything else. But I ended up buying stuff at Jason's basement. I don't think I'm going to end up doing that here. Unless you got that Wagyu that you're ready to.
I was not planning on selling you anything today, and I don't think that's going to change when we wrap up here. Go Brewers, go get your burgers, and for those of you attending the ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft at Potawatomi Sportsbook tonight.
Who are you taking with the first overall?
Well, I don't know if I'll
But if you get it.
Overall.
Devontae Adams.
Justin Jefferson.
Kyle Pitts.
Now, whatever Jason says. Jason always makes our first-round pick. So
Is that right?
Jordy Nelson, if he's available, I'm sure.
right.
We'll see you tonight. Potawatomi Sportsbook. I'll give you a full recap tomorrow. Jason's back tomorrow as well for joint practice with the Seahawks. Thanks for coming along for one of a kind ride here on Wilde and Tausch. As Jason always says, take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch? Presented by Pella Windows